Yeah, yeah. Got that bitch. We back for nothing. Shout out to everybody in the chat already. You know what time it is. Pull up on me. Pull up on me. Step on the like button. Share it live. Let them know we in here. We finna get into it today. You see the title, goddamn. You see it. Hey, we gonna get into it. Shout out to everybody already in here. Let them know we live. Marcos Cash, what's popping? Shout out Showstopper TV. I see you, my G. Shout out Jam. Jam, where you been at, my man? Where you been at, Jam? Shout out Chris Griggs. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we in here. Omar Tillman say, what up, Uncle Chat, nigga? Yes, sir. Shout out Young Landon. I see you, young Landon. Say Panthers beating the Bears 26. What the hell you talking about? Shout out Landon. Say the Bears getting their ass drugged with a donut. Shout out providing IQ. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we in here. We in here. Marcos Cash, Hollywood Gaming, Panther Pride Podcast. What up, babe boy? Shout out Tola Duncan. Say, yeah, yeah. Chris. Hey, look, Kevin Pender, what's poppin'? What poppin' with you? Shout out Knock. Shout out Ryan Martin. Yeah. Pull up on me. Rashid Ali. Low Country God. What up with you? Squad Down Production. Shout out my guy Brandon Ross. Hey, yeah. We in this motherfucker. He say 2 more days. Oh yeah. I'm already locked in, man. You know what I mean? Hell, the season here already for me. Shout out Bill Mack. Shout out Titus '08. Shout out Gerald Ashford. What's poppin', Gerald? Money Bags. What's good? Say, I'm a still a fan, but I'm going to keep it a whole thing. Yeah. Ain't nobody fucking with up. You goddamn right it ain't. You bet you. Hey, look here. Shout out Money Bags. Say, he keep it a whole motherfucking thing. Ain't nobody fucking with me. Make no mistake about it. Make no mistake about that. Shout out to everybody in here already. Let me see who else we got in this bit. Let me see who else we got in this bit. Oh, yeah. Shout out Danielle Certain. I see you. Shout out Dallas Leggett. What poppin'? What poppin' with you? Rockhead 81. Panther super fan. Yes, sir. Donnell Washington. Pull up on me. Mr. Pocket. Mr. Pocket Hercules. That's what he say. That's what he say. Carolina Panther Digital. What's poppin'? Say, yeah. Keep pounding. Hey, I ain't gonna stop. Shout out ICP. Say, I'm concerned about our O-line. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that. Shout out ICP for that. Shout out Wayne Lamont. Yeah. Shout out Wayne Lamont. Say, Panther Nation, stand up. Who else we got in this bitch? Shout out Glenn White. Shout out QT0. QT, what up, baby boy? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's get into it. How y'all feeling, man? Let me twist this green thing up. You already know what time it is. I don't mean to hold y'all up. Let me get my goddamn green thing twisted. Shout out Big Elaine. Already light the screen up with this super chat. Elaine say, I heard what he said. He said, I heard from a Jets podcaster that the Panthers D line was dominating all practice, and Brian Burns had 2 sacks. That's almost a fucking fact now. Talking about Brian Burns having 2 sacks, I can't confirm or deny that, but I do know for a fact the Panthers D line was all over their ass. Their offensive line ain't had nothing for us. You know what I mean? That's a fact, Elaine. Shout out Elaine with this super chat. Already lighting the screen up. Yes, sir. You already know what time it is. Pull up on me. Let me get this green thing twisted. I get this green thing twisted. Give me 1 second. Yeah. Shout out. Ooh, what the hell? Shout out. Hey, I'm gonna just say, hey, MCC 092 for that cash app. Say, on my way to get my pack. Get my pack back. Get my pack back. BK done with lives. No, he ain't. No, he ain't. Shout out Big Cat. My nigga ain't done with lives. My nigga Big Cat strategizing right now. You know that nigga's a YouTuber. He know what he doing. Shout out my nigga Big Cat. He's strategizing right now. But in the meantime, in between goddamn time, this my shine. I'm gonna get this shit right here. I'm gonna run these lives up. Shout out my nigga Big Cat. Yeah, man. Oh yeah, he's strategizing right now. That's what he doing. That nigga know exactly what he doing. Trust me. Shout out 704 Liquor House Talk. What up with you, nigga? What up with you? Shout out. Hey, look, yeah, I see you. I see you, my nigga. Landon say, you my. All right, Landon, you can't say that shit in the chat if you ain't gonna say it in real life, Landon. They'll see what Landon said. Let me highlight Landon. Landon said, you my nigga too. Shout out Landon. And if you ain't gonna say that when you pull up on the platform, you better not damn type it in the chat. Shout out Landon. Little young ass. I tell you. Yeah, shout out my guy Hollywood said I just sent the cash app. Hold on, Hollywood. Let me check there. Let me check there, my G. My fault. Well, I don't know. Is that you? Shout out Hollywood. Shout out Ernest for that cash app. Say this is BJ. Shout out BJ for that cash app. I love you for that, my G. No bullshit. Give me one. Shout out my guy for that cash app. Y'all pull up on me. Shout out shot by Dre Alchemist. I see you. Landon say fuck it. What you mean, Landon? The hell you talking about, young boy? Landon already starting off on the wrong foot. We finna get into the contest. Shout out everybody pulling up. Step on that goddamn like button. Let them know we in here. So I'm twisting my green thing. I suggest y'all do the same. You hear me? I suggest you do the goddamn same. Yes, sir. Y'all see the title though. Bryce Young and the Carolina Panthers, are they underrated? I mean, now I'm asking this question for a lot of reasons, but we're gonna break it down. Shout out Panther Prime Podcast for that super chat. Say Bryce Mighty have a full quarter if Andy Dalton not playing Saturday. Say Bryce might have a full quarter. Stay right there, Panther Prime. Don't go nowhere. Because that's one of my points today. When we're talking about the Carolina Panthers being underrated. That's one of my points today. Shout out my guy Panther Prime Podcast. We gonna get into that in a minute. You hear me? We definitely gonna get in it. Jam say this year hit different. You goddamn right it do. It's already hitting different, Jam. Shit already hitting different. Shout out Dicker Down. Shout out SC Space. Say we definitely underrated. Okay, then. Shout out everybody in the chat real quick. Let me take y'all temperature. Everybody in the chat only. Are the Carolina Panthers right now underrated by y'all account? Yes or no? In the chat, go. Let me know. Let me know what y'all feeling before I get into what I think. Yeah, me. Shout out Hollywood. Say yeah. Chris Shepard say 100% we are. Yeah. Damn right, Mr. Boston say. Landon say no. Showstopper TV said definitely under fucking rated. Goddamn right. Landon said no again. The hell going on, Landon? You done put your Texas shit back on. Got your Texans jersey back on. Shout out Joseph McDaniel. Say yes. Rush 360. Say fuck yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We finna get into it. We finna get into it. Make no mistake about that. Let me seal this shit up so I can light it. Let me seal this up so I can light it. Shout out everybody already in this motherfucker. Let them know we live. Shout out Quantum. Quantum, what's poppin', my G? Ah, shit. Shout out D1. D1. Already with the nice super chat, lighting the screen up. Say, step on that goddamn like button. Stop playing. Knock, what up? Shout out Felix. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm going to say. Yeah. Shout out C-Dog. What up with you, C-Dog? You say it feel, hey, Chris Shepard say it feel like 2015 preseason. A little bit. I don't know yet. I ain't gonna say that yet. I think this season has its own feel, if that makes any sense. Well, I'll say it in another word, in another way. This season has its own feeling, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean? I can't quite, you know, compare this season to any other off season. I don't know how I would be able to do that. This is different. In fact, I was just talking to my wife. Yes, was it? It might have been this morning, talking about what I want to give away for my next subscriber giveaway. And quite frankly, I told y'all I'm gonna give away a Bryce jersey. I even went as far as putting in my community section a couple months ago what size y'all wanted, and quite frankly, the large size was the overwhelming consensus. It won heavily. So I'm giving away a large Bryce Young jersey to somebody, and on my next giveaway, somebody's gonna get a Bryce. Now, regardless of the fact that if you want it or not, if you don't want the Bryce Young jersey, don't compete in the goddamn giveaway. Just don't even compete. Just take your name out the hat. But if you know the Bryce Young jersey is something you would like, you get ready to go to a game, I don't give a fuck. We got a few women watching the channel now that may have or may not have a significant other or a homeboy or whatever the fuck you want to call it. You know what I mean? We got a few women watching the channel now, so hell, it could be a giveaway. It could be a giveaway, or you give it to your significant. You know what I mean? I don't know. Shit, shout out to everybody that do want a Bryce Young. I'm giving one away. Matter of fact, I'm going to go out and buy that motherfucker today. If not today, this weekend. I'll make sure I got it just so I have it. And I already know y'all go do y'all part as far as running me the fuck up. Y'all do know we try to do something over here. 3K. Hey, we approaching 3 click too, by the way. But, the 2.5 was a midway point. I felt the need to give a little bit back. But it ain't like we ain't been doing giveaways over here. That's one thing we do. You know what I mean? It ain't like we don't do that. Shout out Black Eighth Entertainment, say Rookie of the Year playing tonight. Hey, look here, nigga. Stop playing. Don't do that shit. Matter of fact, hold on. Now, since you did that shit, Black Eighth Entertainment, matter of fact, you stay right there, goddamn. You don't go nowhere. You stay your black ass right there. My motherfucking Cash App in the ticker now, since you pissed me off with this shit. Make sure you jump in my Cash App, Black Eighth Element, for you talking that crazy shit. Shout out Landon, say, Unc, I got Texas beating the... Hey, look here, Landon. With your little young ass, since you want to talk about the Texans, you see my goddamn Cash App, you jump your little young ass in it. Make sure you jump your young ass in that Cash App. Don't mention the other guy to me. If you do, send it with a Cash App. Shout out Kid Sullivan. Now let's get into the content, man. Let me light my goddamn green thing up. Let's get into it. First off, if your ass been somewhere hiding in the bathroom, you know, the second joint practice was canceled today. You know, of course we all know that. If you know anything, you should know that by now. And you know, and I think it was for the better. I think it was for the better that it was canceled today. Not only to say my team, the Carolina Panthers, been going extra fucking hard all off season, all training camp long. I mean, putting together what is gonna be a division championship team. But I think it was for the best for the New York Jets. I mean, Bryce, quite frankly, Bryce was tearing their ass up. Quite frankly, the Carolina Panthers was whooping their motherfucking ass. I think we let the Jets off the hook this week. And no, my Carolina Panthers slash Bryce Young don't need no more motherfucking development when it comes to the New York Jets. No. Hell no, we're a better coach team. We're better on paper. We're better across the fucking board. If you want to even hold on, we ain't gonna even get there. But this is why we here. Hence, Bryce Young and the Carolina Panthers underrated, right? Because let's say we didn't need to practice today. Quite frankly, we let the Jets off. We whooping their motherfucking ass, and hell, another day of ass whoopings like we dished out yesterday wouldn't have did no good for us. Hell, it ain't making us no goddamn better. Shout out the fuck ass Jets. Shit, come Saturday 4 o'clock, it should be a dominant performance by the Carolina Panthers on both sides of the ball. That's where I'm at. Yeah, man, that's exactly where I'm at. I don't even want to stay on that too much about practice being canceled. But by the way, this was in fact the final fucking practice for training camp. I mean, shout out to everybody that was fucking road warriors this summer. Shout out to the Uncle Quans of the world. Niggas who really was down there spending their time grinding, getting their content, and on top of that, enduring the fucking heat. And sitting out there in the sun, just cooking and shit, that rotisserie heat. You know what I mean? Shout out all the Panther fans that was there, that witnessed everything the Carolina Panthers was formulating over the course of the last what 2 months off season training camp. Training camp started 2 weeks ago. So a lot of people was on the ground road warriors, and I salute that. You know what I mean? I really do, because to be honest with you, I'm a fucking Panther fan, and me being a Panther fan, when I see things like that, like yesterday's practice, the turnout, when I see things like that, the thousands out there, it gives me that feeling, almost that nostalgic feeling of a winning football season. I don't know. I mean, that's just me. I'm speaking for myself when I say that. But let's move on. Preseason week 1. You know what I mean? Now we're talking underrated. I want y'all to keep that in mind. All the Carolina Panthers and Bryce Young underrated. Keep that in mind. We're talking preseason. Right now it's preseason. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. It's week 1. This is in fact week 1 of preseason. 2023 season. Starts Saturday. It starts today. To be honest with you, football is being played, I believe, right now as we speak. Got a couple games coming on tonight. One of these games may or may not be intriguing to some people, or it may or may not, but hey, to be honest, there's a game being played tonight. You know what I mean? So with that being said, hey, wait one. But there is a couple games being played tonight, and we'll leave it at that. Danielle Surte said, teams, I do know the Texans are playing the Patriots tonight at 7 o'clock. I do know that shit. You know what I mean? I was thinking about going to goddamn Buffalo Wild Wings, sitting back, getting me a Jack and Coke, drinking and watching a little bit of that. That's what I was thinking about. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna even lie to you. I ain't gonna even lie to your ass. I'm gonna be honest with you. Shout out Jonathan for that cash app. Jonathan, you know I love you for that, man. Shout out Jonathan for that nice cash app. Yeah, y'all showing that big love. I appreciate that. Show that love, man. You know what time it is. Jump in that goddamn cash app. Cop you a super sticker. Make sure you super chat. Do that for me. Step on that like button. You new over here, subscribe. Matter of fact, shout out to all the new subscribers we picked up over the last 2 weeks. I appreciate the love. I really do. I'm telling you. I mean, I don't toot my own horn, but I like to from time to time. God damn it, we grind over here. We grind over here. Shit, man. And I don't say that to take from nobody else. God damn it. I really don't. Shit, we grind hard on this end. I don't know how to stop. Shout out Fake Greens in the chat. Shout out Rob Money. What up with you, Rob? Where you been at, man? Oh yeah, real quick before I move on. Shout out T Wells. T Wells contacted me last night and said that he would like to or would love to sponsor somebody else, another RSVP to the next meet and greet. So shout out T Wells. T Wells showing big love. So anybody knowing that they want to come to the next meet and greet in my city, August 26th, that's a Saturday. If you know you want to be in my city, come fuck with me, come eat with me, drink with me, smoke with me. You know the drill. Hey, look, matter of fact, we'll be able to talk some football as well. That'll be the last week of the preseason. We're gonna talk real life football at this meet and greet. Make no mistake about it. Last week of preseason will have ended. You know what I mean? So we will have plenty of conversation when it comes to that. I will have t-shirts given away. I will be giving away t-shirts at this next meet and greet. New logo, new design, the whole nine. I can't wait. Shout out everybody in the chat. So again, you want the specifics to the next meet and greet, all you got to do is go to the community section on my page. I'll let you know. I mean, if you want to RSVP, it's simple. Simply cash at me 50 fucking bucks with the tag in the description. Say, leave your phone number. Let me know it's for the it's for the RSVP. Leave me your direct phone number and I will handle it from there. You know what I mean? Shout out everybody already RSVP. I can't wait. We're gonna have a fucking blast. But let's move on. Shout out T Wells. You know what I mean? Yeah, Jam. It's only 25 for you, nigga. You already know that. Shout out, Jam. It's 25 for anybody that made the last one. You hear me? Because you do in fact know the location. And mind you, the 25 y'all spend won't be for nothing. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, and this time my wife said I should let y'all plus one. So the 50 for the RSVP is for you plus somebody else, whether it's your female or anybody you want to come with. It don't fucking matter. We're gonna allow the RSVP. We're gonna allow the plus one with the RSVP. But mind you, I'm capping this motherfucker at 20 people. 20 to 25 people. It ain't gonna get no bigger than that. Shout out to everybody in the chat. And I already got about 11 or 12 already locked in. So the number is running out. The space is running out on the meet and greet. I'm doing that for a reason. I cap it for a reason. I want it intimate. You know what I mean? I want to be able to talk and spend time with everybody out there, motherfucker. You understand? But that's just yeah, I had to mention that. Again, shout out T Well. Showing big love. Shout out House of Nicholas. Say, yo, oh, do seniors get a discount? Shout out House of Nicholas. Now, if you're too old now, I don't know now. I mean, hey, now you don't get a discount for the seniors. I'm gonna tell you that now. Now, if you was at the last one, shout out D1. Say, oh, a +1. That's what's up. Oh yeah, oh yeah, D1. Yeah, yeah. We gonna jump this motherfucker off this time. We gonna make it a little more exclusive this time. But back to the content. This is week 1 of preseason, man. And shout out, I forget who was that said that just a minute ago. Said Andy Dalton might not rush, so Bryce will get a lot of playing time. I want to stay right there. I told y'all on the last lives or the last few lives where I was at when it comes to Bryce Young and preseason playing time, right? And I'm gonna reiterate that. I'm gonna say it again. I think Bryce should play as little to none at all in the fucking preseason. Now, I know a lot of y'all may fucking disagree on that, and that's fine. Pull up on the platform when I drop the link and tell me why. You understand? But other than that, I'm under the impression or under the belief that Bryce Young should play little to any fucking preseason football. And you say, wow, why the fuck you say that? It's simple. Same shit I've been saying. Bryce doesn't have anything else to prove. It's not to me. Now, like I say, each and every one of y'all, your fucking opinion is yours. I can't. I can't. I can go against it. You goddamn right. I can rebuttal or give you some resistance when it comes to your opinion, but I can't. I'm not the one that helped you solely come to the conclusion of your opinion. Now, whether or not I could influence it or not is it remains another factor. But what I'm saying is your opinion is yours and yours are fucking long. Now, when I say I believe Bryce shouldn't play much or if not any, goddamn it, preseason football. And it's simple because he don't have to prove anything. House of Nicholas say, yo, Unc, just curious, can I have some smoked turkey out there? Smoked fucking turkey, boy. God damn. Nah, I ain't doing no smoked turkey, bro. That's a bit much, House of Nicholas. But I tell you what, House, you RSVP. I make sure you have some fucking smoked turkey out there for yourself. How you want it? A smoked turkey leg, a turkey wing? How you want it? Should I make sure you have it? Shout out Rodney Dutney. Say, Unc, I got 34 million reasons why he shouldn't fucking play. Talk that shit, Rodney. Talk that shit. But either way, and I know a lot of y'all gonna ask me why shouldn't he play and why do I feel he has nothing else to prove? And it's simple. It's simple, man. I mean, Bryce has done everything he's been asked since training camp, since the new season has started. I'm talking rookie OTAs, mini camp, now training camp, now joint practice, and again preseason one start today. Shout out James Hurd in the chat. You know what time it is, my G. Shout out Kit Juan Ellis. Shout out Philly. Say Unc live and uncut, nigga. That's how I keep it. Shout out Philly. But Bryce doesn't have anything to prove to me at all. If anything, if there's anything I must see when it comes to players needing to prove themselves, is Matt Corral. And quite frankly, the fucking organization said he would get the bulk of the snaps, and I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to seeing Matt Corral, Andy Dalton share the snaps. I don't need to see Bryce for a whole quarter, or like a lot of y'all alluding to first halves and shit like that, or a whole half. What is that about? The fuck we need to see Bryce in the entire half for so he can throw an interception and you niggas that don't like him say some dumb shit about him? I mean that besides that, let's not even say a fucking interception. Bryce don't throw him like that. Let's just say Bryce take an ill-advised shot that could cost him some fucking time in the regular season. Just so you dumb motherfuckers can always come back and say, man, I knew that motherfucker durability. You know, see this the type of shit I can see out. I can see coming already. I got binoculars on that type of shit already. You know what I mean? This is why I say Bryce ain't got shit to prove. Now, if you sit here and tell me, man, I need to see how he operates the offense against another defense, I'm gonna say to you, shut the fuck up. That's bullshit. That's what I'm gonna say. That's gonna be my rebuttal. I'm gonna say, shut the fuck up. That's bullshit. Because Bryce ain't got to show me how he orchestrates this offense against another fucking defense. Now, no, hell no. See, I ain't gonna get carried away with that shit because I know a few of y'all gonna say a lot about that. You know what I mean? I know a few of y'all gonna have a problem with that. Shout out Fade in the chat. Fade, what up? Shout out my guy Fade. Your goddamn name ain't green no more, I see. You know what I mean? You always gotta keep your green thing on, Fade. Keep your green thing on at all times. Shout out my guy Jam, man. Good to see you back, Jam. You know what I mean? Jam been missing for a couple days. Shout out BJ in the chat with this super chat. Shout out BJ. Say 2 series, first 2 games, then pack it the fuck up. Now let's say that again. Let me say that again before I get into that. Shout out BJ. He say 2 series, first 2 games, then Bryce can put his goddamn flip-flops on. Right? And what he say? 2 series for 2 games. That would imply he's running 1 series per game. I will accept that. Hell, if anything, that's all we need to see, BJ. That's all I need to see. 1 series this game, 1 series next game. Bryce, go put your goddamn flip-flops on. I can deal with that. I mean, hell, if anything, what is it for? It's only for the TV at this point. You know what I mean? If the nigga playing past 2 or 3 series, it's only for TV ratings at this point, man. That shit ain't doing nothing for Bryce. That ain't sharpening him. That ain't protecting him from injury. God damn it. The question is the Panthers underrated? We're going to keep that in mind. Like I just told y'all, for no goddamn reason should Bryce play a lot of preseason. Like I say, little to any. And by BJ account, 1 or 2 series in the first 2 games, and that's it. 1 series first game, 1 series next game. And that's a wrap for his ass. That's about where I'm at. That's about where I'm at, right there. Shout out Roadmaster Limited. What up with you? He say hurting. LOL. Laughing his motherfucking ass off. Oh shit, where Broski at? Broski back in the chat? What the fuck going on? I ain't see Broski in this motherfucker. Broski ain't in here, Fade. Stop lying, goddammit. They be lying and shit. Yeah, you lying for, Fade. Say 150 in the chat. They better step on that goddamn like button. I ain't got to keep saying this shit. I don't like to. Shout out 22 Keys. Shout out 22 Keys in the chat. Shout out Brian So Cold. See, I'd rather show love to the chat, shouting the chat out, interacting with the chat than opposed to telling y'all to step on the like button every goddamn 2 minutes. Than opposed to telling y'all to jump in their Cash App, cop you a super sticker, and make sure you super chat. I do that. I do that when I find the opportune times to do that, but I don't like to keep beating that in y'all fucking head. You know the drill. Make sure you do so. If you new over here, subscribe. We ain't got to keep telling you that. Run me the fuck up, man. If it's anybody, it's me. Run me the fuck up. Let's get to it. Let's get back to it. Shout out Hank Jr. in the chat. Hank say, go Raider. Fuck you. Fuck. Go Raider. Fuck you. Hold up. Stay right there. Hold on. We got us one. We got us one. Don't you go nowhere. Where the fuck he went? Oh, shout out Hank Jr. Let me see what Hank Jr. talking about. Shout out Big Hank. Big Hank say, go Raider. Fuck you, nigga. I'm a nigga too. Oh. Okay then, Hank Jr., whatever the fuck that means, and fuck you and your sorry ass Raider squad. You know what I mean? Y'all ain't on the menu this year, Hank Jr. Matter of fact, Hank, since you come over here with that dumb shit, you see my goddamn cash app and that ticker, motherfucker. Jump in it. Come over here talking that dumb shit. Fuck you mean, Hank? We don't even play y'all sorry asses this year. The hell you come from, Hank? Shout out, Hank. Oh, big head ass motherfucker. I don't give a damn if you a nigga or not. Hey, me. Oh, big head ass motherfucker. Fuck you mean? Fuck you up. Man, okay then. Okay then, Hank. Shit, let's move on. See, shout out Hank with his wild ass. I tell you, motherfuckers get crazy from time to time, don't they? You say Hank the Tank. Yeah. No, yeah. You see how fast Hank ass can sink to the bottom of a goddamn river. Put a weight on the bottom of Hank and see how fast he sank. Shit, let's get back to it. Again, Bryce don't need to play at all. Are the Carolina Panthers underrated? You bet your sweet ass they are. I'm going to tie you in now. I'm going to tie you in. Watch this. Adam Thielen just came out today, right? I want y'all to keep this shit in mind. Are the Panthers underrated? Adam Thielen came out today. I don't know if y'all saw this, but if you didn't, I'm going to tell you. The motherfucker said, and I quote, he said, some of the best offenses he's seen has never had a number one wide receiver. I repeat, this is Adam Thielen now. Adam Thielen came out in the papers today. I'll let y'all do your own research. But he said, and I quote, some of the best or some of the most elite offenses are offenses without a number one wide receiver. We get ready to talk about that. Shout out Adam Thielen. First off, shout out Big T Wells for that super chat. Like the motherfucking screen up. T Wells said, as an organization, the media, NFL, and some supporters have always viewed the Panthers as an underrated team. But those days are over. With this solid foundation and coaches and the promising future we got. That's a fucking fact, T. Wells. That's a fact. I mean, but the question is still, T. Wells, are we underrated? And I still think I tell y'all what I think. In the chat, y'all answered already. The chat said, of course we are. I'm going to tell y'all what I think at the end of my soliloquy. You hear me? But again, Adam Thielen came out and said today, and I quote, some of the most elite offenses that he's seen and played on never had a number one wide receiver. Damn. When I saw Adam Thielen say that, I said, now mind you, Adam Thielen has been coming out in the papers like last week talking about how he doesn't want or don't really want to play against Minnesota. That game is a game. I mean, is it safe to say Adam Thielen has bad blood with that organization or maybe players? I don't know. Because for Adam Thielen to come out and say, the best offenses don't have star wide receivers or number one wide receivers. To me, personally, I felt as if that was a shot to a guy that he played with at his previous team, Justin Jefferson. You know what I mean? Meaning a lot of y'all would talk like wide receivers, but Justin Jefferson and Kirk Cousins, even with Adam Thielen, they never pushed for an NFC championship as long as that great wide receiver was there. Now, I say that to say this. It takes more to win a fucking championship. It takes more than a number one wide receiver. Shout out to everybody that keep alluding to the Panthers not having a number one wide receiver, because today Adam Thielen came out and spoke on it. Most of the best offenses didn't have a number one wide receiver. And the most recent offense I can allude to in recent history will be Pat Mahomes and the 2022 Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, there's multiple components to an NFL team that will ensure you win a championship or at least contest for one. And yeah, you need a good wide receiver, maybe a room full of good wide receivers to make that, to make that a goal or make that goal possible. But the fact that you tell me that one wide receiver on a team and it just doesn't win championships. And I say that to say this. You look at the talent we got on our wide receiving depth chart, right? And I forget who that was yesterday. As a matter of fact, I know who it was. Shout out black ass Leo. Because Leo said yesterday that this wide receiving core this year is worse than the wide receiving core last year, which I begged to argue with him. I argued with that nigga up and down yesterday, and I still do, because there's no way in the hell last year wide receiving core better than this one. It's just not. Due to the acquisitions, it's not. So I say, look at the wide receiving core we got. Now, a lot of y'all or a few of y'all Panther fans will say that the Carolina Panthers don't have a number one wideout. I say we do. That's just me. I say we fucking do. But now whether or not the number one wide receiver on our team, and to me that's DJ Chark. Whether or not his name comes with the Tyreek Hill cachet or the Jamar Chase cachet or the Justin Jefferson's juice, who gives a fuck? I'm not saying his name has that kind of weight right now. He gonna have to prove that. But what I will say is he has the ability to make every catch. And Bryce Young has the ability to hit his ass wherever he is on the field. So with me saying that, I say we got to start. We got a starting number one wide receiver. Whether or not he's a star wide receiver, that remains to be seen. But question is, are the Carolina Panthers underrated? Stay with me. I just told y'all Adam Thielen said the best offenses don't have number one wide receivers. Right? Now watch this. Reports coming out now that Miles Sanders' black ass is ailing a growing injury, right? This growing injury this nigga may possibly miss preseason game week 1. But again, what weight does preseason game 1 have? Really, to me, none at all. I'm more intrigued in watching the backup second and third string players play tomorrow, more so than seeing a Bryce, the DJ Chark, and Hayden. No, I don't need to see none of that. You can save all that shit for week 1 when we need it. But anyway, Miles Sanders is ailing a fucking growing injury. My question to y'all in the chat, and now mind you, Miles Sanders came out just weeks ago talking about how he's disgruntled because of the running back position being undervalued or not being paid what he thinks it should be paid. I want to direct y'all attention to this nigga right away. He's already ailing an injury. Hollywood say, motherfucker, I'm playing. Shout out QJ Smith again for that super chat. Shout out QJ. QJ say, time to get Dalvin Cook. Wow. Well, That was my next question though. That was my next question, QJ. With Miles Sanders ailing the injury already, and mind you, the bitch was disgruntled. Dude, and now I need to know how many of y'all in Panther Nation feel like we need to sign another running back. So in the chat, should the Carolina Panthers look to acquire another running back? Yes or no? In the chat, go. I need to know where y'all at. Shout out Uncle Quan. The nigga say nope. Goddamn right. Shout out Uncle Quan. I'm about where you at. I'm about where you at with that, Uncle Quan. You know what I mean? Everybody, damn near everybody's saying yes, except for Tola Duncan, except for Landon, except for Uncle Quan. MJ say no. Chuba ain't it, Scott Thomas said. See, now, and I want to stop y'all right there. Shout out everybody that said no, because that's where I'm at. But see, now that I look at it, with Miles Sanders already ailing a fucking growing injury, he's a running back. Y'all know a growing injury could be detrimental to a running back. Growing injuries are hell. Shout out Vibing with the Johnsons for that super chat. Like the screen up. Shout out Vibing. Vibing, we on y'all ass. He say, week 2. You already know, nigga. You already know, nigga. Yeah, look, these niggas hollering Kareem Hunt and shit. Nobody want to hear that shit. Nobody want to hear that shit. Shout out Kareem Hunt. That nigga be out come week 3. We'll put his ass out. It be done, but it be done week 3. Shout out Donnell Washington for that super chat. Lighting the screen up. Say, nah, it doesn't matter. We know what Miles bring. That's a fact. But if Miles is hurt or ailing a fucking groin injury, I asked y'all in the chat, do we need backup? A lot of y'all said yes. I'm saying no, but I'm saying right now that it wouldn't fucking hurt. Wouldn't fucking hurt the Carolina Panthers to take a look at any fucking free agent running back out there right now, especially if he's cost friendly. You feel what I'm saying? You get a good veteran, a young veteran player, cost friendly. I think you do it. But that's just how I feel. You know what I mean? My bad about that. Let's get back to it. Shout out Kit Sullivan. Shout out Andre Albert. Say facts. Shout out Carolina Boy 33. Say we better get somebody. Yeah. I don't know now. Chuba gotta get back. He say Chuba gotta get hot. Shout out Fade. Chuba gonna be all right. Black Shear's no scrub, Malone. Brandon Malone say. All right, so if that's how y'all feel, why a lot of y'all say we need to sign somebody? But I say it wouldn't hurt. I say it wouldn't hurt. We might need an insurance policy, man. I say it wouldn't fucking hurt. That's just where I'm at. Now we know this nigga ailing growing injuries and shit. I say it wouldn't hurt. Shout out BJ again. My nigga lighting the super chat up today. My nigga say Chuba better be ready either way. Say he is gonna carry a bigger load than people think. I think that's a fact, BJ. Matter of fact, I know that's a fact. Chuba's better than a lot of people keep saying he is. And I told y'all last year, Chuba took a step. I asked y'all, you see the title, goddammit. Are the Carolina Panthers underrated? Keep that shit in the back of your mind. I'm tying you in. I'm trying to bring you. I'm trying to take y'all somewhere. Shout out Fade. Shout out Elaine. Say Chuba sucks. That's bullshit, Elaine. See, Elaine ready to talk some shit. So now let's recap. Now, what I want to look at now, what I want to look at is why I believe this year's Panther team is underrated, right? First off, why I say the Carolina, why I asked the question. I believe they're underrated, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because in Carolina Panther Nation, and I'm talking about Panther fans, right away, still have a large or significant amount of doubt towards Bryce Young. You know what I mean? Regardless of what Bryce has been able to do, thus rookie mini camp, OTAs, all this shit, training camp, whatever Bryce has been able to do, a lot of Panther fans. Now I'm not gonna say a lot. I'm gonna say a handful. There's a small pocket of these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? That still or still may have reserve towards Bryce Young. And quite frankly, that's understandable. He's a rookie. That's understandable. And that's understandable. Shout out Shamar showing up Smith in the chat. I see you, my G. Block G. Martell in the scat pack. What poppin'? Shout out Flatboy 8998. I see you, my G. I see you. He say, nah, he just don't want to play for Jim Irsay. What? Landon say drop the link. Landon, you wait your little young ass for that link, boy. I ain't ready to drop the link yet. Anyway, why I say the Panthers are underrated? Because again, Panther fans and a small pocket of them. Not gonna say a big concentrated group. No, it's a small pocket of these crazy ass motherfuckers. Still got reserved to Bryce. Like I say, it's understandable. They'll say he ain't done shit yet. I can't agree with that. You know what I mean? That's one reason why I say the Carolina Panthers are underrated. Two, last year, this offensive line was able to set rushing fucking records, franchise rushing records, right? And yet and still going into this season, we might be void one player in Austin Corbett starting, at the start of the season. But I like to think we got good rotational depth behind Austin at that interior lineman or that interior guard position. So when it comes to a lot of the reserve about this offensive line, I keep seeing or hearing shit like people say, man, I got to see if this offensive line going to be able, or what this O line going to do. A lot of that shit. A lot of that shit when in fact the offensive line did prove itself last year. And by all accounts, this offensive line, 94, 95% of these guys are returning fucking players. So there you have continuity on the offensive line. So the reserve a lot of Panther fans have towards the offensive line. Now, I'm not even talking about what PFF will rank us or what the fucking, the goddamn power rankings that give us when it's time for the season to start. We ain't even there yet. I'm talking about us as a whole, Panther Nation. God damn it. A few fans would like to allude to this offensive line as if they still have concerns. Me, I don't. So watch this. In the chat, how many of y'all have concerns about this offensive line? Yes or no? Do you have concerns of this offensive line? In the chat, go. Let me know. See what I'm saying? Shout out Scott Thompson. He say yes. Digger Dow say hell yeah. My train. See what I'm saying? Yeah. Elaine say no. 3 say no. Face. Oh, okay then. Oh, Oh, so I was wrong. I thought a lot of y'all was had a little concern, but I see now we don't. I see now we all right with our O line. Maybe a little small percentage of y'all that's on the fence, but I think the overwhelming majority say no. Ken Sullivan say some concerns. I don't know why, but I can give you that. Be wise. Shout out Be Wise. Say not depth, but consistency and health. That's a fact. I could go there. Flat Boy say O line straight. Shout out Soul, say no. Mr. Gemini say a little bit. Shout out everybody in the chat. I appreciate that goddamn immediate response and feedback to the questions, man. I want y'all to know that. Shout out Junior, Teeny Cooper. What the fuck? What the fuck? Block G say he split decision on that. Okay, then. Well, this is why I asked the question. Are the Carolina Panthers underrated? I just gave y'all two examples why I say they are. I say still the reserve on Bryce Young and still the questions around this offensive line. That's two reasons right there. Next up, what I want to talk about, and it's my last point when it comes to this Carolina Panther team and it being underrated. I'm going to switch my attention solely to this defense, man. The Carolina Panthers defense. Now, granted, new coaching staff, granted, new fucking defensive coordinator, position coaches. I don't give a fuck. I mean, you say what you want, say what you will about it. But what I do know and what I've seen with my own eyes about this coaching staff is that they're very fucking hands-on. They're very NFL oriented. Everything about this coaching staff says that they are cream of the crop when it comes to coaching staff. You feel what I'm saying? Now, again, these are my opinions. This is my opinion. I know a few of y'all may beg to differ. So I will drop the link momentarily. But what I'm saying is this coaching staff to me, and I'm talking about me, has nothing to prove. And I mean, whether or not, you know, they butt head from time to time due to the egos, and I'm only regurgitating shit I've heard from other Panther fans. When I say shit like this coaching staff ego, it's gonna be some egos in the room, and they may bump head from time to time. But even if this was to occur, right? I still believe that this coaching staff with the fucking experience they have, and I'm talking about as a whole, will know how to get that into grips, will know how to put that shit back in the bag and smoke, man. You know what I mean? Because this coaching staff, again, to me, when compared to the NFC South, the only coaching staff that may rival in experience will be the Tampa Bay Bucks, the Ty Bowles, the Raheem Morrises of the world, but they still some fucking losers. They ain't never won shit. They don't know how to win. They ain't never won. So I give this coaching staff the nod already when it comes to this division, but I still hear that pocket of Panther fans that still has concerns about the coaching staff. Now watch this in the chat. Do you or don't you have concerns about this coaching staff? This is a yes or no question. In the chat, go. Let me know. Do you or don't you have concerns? Shout out Scott Thompson. Say no. In the chat, that nigga got an ultra fast cell phone. Shout out PPP. Say no. Shout out everybody. Shout out everybody saying no. I seen one yes. Shout out all the no's in the chat. Because, and see, a lot of y'all, this is Panther Nation, first off. A lot of y'all been at training camp. I mean, a lot of y'all spent a lot of time, invested time and money to make sure y'all was there in the present, in the flesh, goddammit. So, when a lot of y'all say no, I gotta take that into consideration because y'all have firsthand knowledge of the situation. You know what I mean? Fuck it. Us as Panther fans, we have firsthand knowledge of the situation. God damn it. And no, we don't have concerns with our coaching staff. But the media will portray that there's questions due to it being a new staff, new this, new that. Yeah, man. This is why I asked the question of the Carolina. No, fuck that. Bryce Young and the Carolina Panthers. Are they underrated? And we all came to the agreement that it's a fucking fact that we are underrated. And by all accounts, guys, I wouldn't have it no other fucking way right now. I wouldn't want it no other way right now. I wouldn't mind. I absolutely love the fact we under the radar. We're underrated right now. Because when we hit them and beat the dog shit out of them, it ain't going to be no excuses. You hear me? Hey, ain't going to be no excuses. Because if you try that shit and us being the underdog, then we beat the dog shit out you, I would love to hear the excuse a nigga come with. Shout out everybody in the chat. Link in the chat. Pull up on me, goddammit. Pull up on me right now. Holler at me. Are the Carolina Panthers underrated? Yes or no? Pull up on me. Let me know how you feel. Shit, we in here. Shout out everybody in the chat. Step on that goddamn like button. Let's show them how to do it for real. Let's show them how they supposed to do it. Amen. Let's show them how they supposed to do it. D1 say keep pounding in here. Yeah. Shout out, keep pounding in the chat. Shout out my guy Uncle Quan doing good fucking work again. Shout out Uncle Quan getting his grind on. Jester, what's popping with you? Shout out Jester Chester. Shout out Andre. I see you, my G. Yes, sir. D1 say the link has been dropped. Goddamn it, pull up on it. Shout out my nigga Elaine, first and front and center. That nigga front and center. Elaine, what poppin'?
What's going on, Unc? I was gonna say everybody. I'm the only one. What's going on?
Oh, I'm good, man. How you feeling?
I'm good, man. I guess, and I want to make sure I understand what you're saying correctly, man. You're saying that like the national media isn't giving the Panthers the respect they deserve, right?
Well, not only the
Or is that the question
national
you asked?
media, Elaine, Panther Nation,
Yeah.
Panther fans. There's and you're one of those small group. You're in that small pocket I was talking about.
I would beg to differ, man. I think most people think the Panthers are gonna have a winning season. I've only heard one nigga say that we was gonna win 5 games. I'm not gonna call no names.
Yeah,
But
that's a fact.
but
That's a
but
fact.
but I've made it clear 10 or 11 games is really in our in our future, man. How we get it done and who does it and who throws the touchdowns and how we go about winning, we all disagree with. But this is a good fucking team, and even on the national media level, they stay sticking a mic in front of Adam Thielen and Miles Sanders' face, man. So they're getting a lot of national interviews. We're getting a lot of attention, man. Most pundits think positively about it. This is the most attention we've gotten in years.
That's a fact, Elaine. So question is, and shout out BJ. What's up, my G?
What it do? What it do, man? How you doing
Oh,
today?
oh,
What's up?
my. Hey,
What's
I'm
up,
in
bro?
here. I'm in here. Hey, look, I told y'all, joint practice canceled today, and that was a good thing because the Panthers was beating the dog shit out the Jets. My
I
Panthers
saw that
deserve a day off. Fuck the dumb shit. You know what I mean? But back to it. Do y'all believe the Carolina
for
Panthers
sure,
and
for sure.
Bryce Young is underrated? That's my question. And I
Yes,
want to know if
yes,
you
I
believe
do.
so, why? And if not, tell me why.
Just like they just done, and it's everywhere. Just like it's everywhere. They
What?
say, they say, oh, they say, the only reason why the Carolina Panthers went hard in the joint practice is because Hard Knock cameras was out there. They do little subtle stuff like that, what makes you think that's the only reason why why can't the Carolina Panthers just have a better D line than the Jets offensive line, or our wide receivers be better than their cornerbacks? They always got to throw a little curveball in there, saying we was only going hard or our energy level was higher than the Jets because Hard Knocks was out there.
Yeah, that's a slap in the face for real.
But they do little stuff like that.
Yeah, you know, Jam, I saw that shit. But see, but again, Jam, that's why I asked the question. Bryce Young and the Carolina Panthers, are they underrated? And quite by all accounts, I mean, you listen to the major media, a lot of them alluding to us as possibly winning the South Division, but you still hear the slight or the subtle shots as if they, blatantly underrating the Carolina Panthers. Shout out Andrew. What's up, baby?
How we doing, huh?
Oh, I'm feeling good, baby. How you doing?
I'm doing great today, man. Hey, Unc, real quick. I got up this morning and I thought, man, I got to go somewhere today. So I was heading down to the beach, and I went to the Chargers camp, man, because they had their camp right down there along the coast, and it was about 68 degrees with that ocean breeze coming in, baby. It was great.
Damn, I bet you that. Yeah, that's good goddamn weather.
I'm not a
Good feeling.
Chargers fan, but I just felt like some football today, and I'll tell you one thing, Unc, that fucking Joey Bosa is a monster this year.
Is he, Andrew?
He went on a 5,000 calorie a day nutrition plan to put on some weight. His son of a bitch is 300 pounds, 6'5" now.
Man, get the fuck out of here.
No, I kid you not. He looked fast too.
God damn, that motherfucker a WWE wrestler.
Yeah. Hey, but to get off that subject, we are underrated, man. We're underrated, and that's a good thing, because the people underrated is they're gonna not think, they're thinking that it's gonna come in, it's gonna be easy, and we'll just wipe their ass every time.
We love a nice underdog story, don't we?
Oh yeah.
We love a nice underdog story.
Like I told you, I wouldn't have it any other way. That's exactly the way I want it.
But this is year in and year out for us. It doesn't matter. And I hate to keep bringing this up, but back in 2015, they done the same thing. They took little shots. Oh, they was expecting us to win the next game, and then we won it. And then they expected us to lose the next game, and we won it. So it happens yearly to us, and I don't know if it's because we're such a small marketed team, or what it is, but I've noticed it ever since I became a Panthers fan.
All right. Well, what about you? Elaine? What'd you say when I say the Carolina Panthers and Bryce Young underrated? Elaine.
Oh, where'd he go?
I don't know where the fuck Elaine went. Elaine, I guess he up to some other shit. What about you, BJ? Talk your shit.
I would say that they are underrated. Number one, being in the conference that we're in, it looked like it's going to be a little shit show going on. And I'm thank you, Jesus, for giving me Baker Mayfield 2 times a year. I mean, we could do it, man. I don't see any other way.
I mean, no, doing it. He said we could do it, man. I don't see it no other way. When you say doing it, or we could do it, that hey, I mean, I'm talking about the team. Bryce Young, the team, coaching staff, O line, D line, cornerbacks, wide receivers.
Okay.
I gave y'all a few topics.
And my bad. My mute button was frozen, man. I'll go after homeboy though. Go ahead.
Okay. I'll be specific. For one thing, you could say our defensive coordinator. Right now, we need to be being proactive, trying to find a defensive coordinator for next year, because I think that dude probably is going to be a head coach next year.
Nah, don't say that, BJ. Not
I'm
right.
Being real. He's that good. He's that good. I think he's that good. I'm honestly saying he's that good. And
But
you add
you do
that,
know with success comes coaching breaking up. So if we do have success like we deem to have, then you might as well go ahead and expect coaches not to be there next year.
I mean,
I
yeah,
don't think so.
offensive
I
and
don't think
defensive.
after 1 year. I don't think
Yeah,
after 1 year, guys. If he
I
do, if he gyro bounces, I will be highly surprised
if he's
after
man,
one
successful,
year.
yeah, if he is,
brother,
because
they've been
our offensive and defensive coordinators that we have now were head coaching candidates. They
brother,
were in the tops.
they've been
Half of
poaching.
them,
They've been poaching quarterback, defensive coordinators, offensive coordinators off the Patriots and Chiefs for the longest, man. That ain't never hurt good teams, man. Good teams just continue with their success, man. They usually hire from within, or they'll become good candidates. They're good locations for other good coaches. So I'm not worried about that. Then especially, man, we got head coaches from Earth. What's his name, Codwell, and then what was our first head coach here? Yeah,
uh,
they're all assistants here. They don't have positional jobs. They're assistants. So they're going to be here for the long haul, right? So we got a lot of experienced coaches that are just going to be here and not go anywhere.
Yeah, I'm not
Caldwell
saying that
said
as a
straight up.
bad thing.
Yeah. And Caldwell said straight up, he's just here because his family's in North Carolina. He's not going nowhere. You get what I'm saying? So we're good.
Yeah,
We're actually more
yeah, I'm not
stable
saying
than
that as a
most teams.
bad thing. I'm not saying that as a bad thing. I'm just coming from the angle that is that's how good we sit. You know what I'm saying? Coaching wise,
No,
you know what I'm saying?
but I got you. What I'm saying is that losing a defensive
Okay.
coordinator like Efron, as good as he is a non-factor, bro. Because all the good teams, man, it doesn't hurt him, man. I understand he's a good coach, but once you get the players and you lay down
Right.
that foundation, you're gonna run the same damn system that was successful. You get what I'm saying? The new coordinator isn't gonna change
Oh
much,
yeah.
and most of the time, it's a
That ain't
hire from within.
entirely true, Elaine. That's not
Hey,
entirely fucking
how
true.
much? How much does it hurt the Patriots? That's the most poached team in the NFL history.
But really, isn't their defensive coordinator really Bill Belichick? And let's be
Yeah.
real with it.
But defensive coordinator, but then the offensive coordinators always gets poached, man. You know what I mean? Offensive coordinators get poached. They go somewhere else. Maybe most times they don't work out. Tell you the truth. You get what I'm saying? And then
Yeah,
they
but
might come
Right.
back or whatnot. But yeah,
if you look at all the if you look at all the most recent hires, most NFL teams, not all of them, but most of them now are hiring offensive coordinators for head coaching jobs.
that's a
And the
fact.
reason I say that, you look
Yeah,
at the
that's true too.
playoffs last year, I think something like 8 out of the last 12 games that were left in the teams that were left in the playoffs were all coached by former offensive coordinators.
That's a
So I
fact.
think that's kind of the trend right now. I know
And
that Debo Samuel kind of that or not Debo, but the guy they got um, uh, from the 49ers, the head coach, went to Houston. He was a defensive coordinator. But I think Evero's going to be here at least two years at least.
well, you know,
Facts,
Andrew,
facts,
they
Andrew.
said
I don't
they
see him leaving after one successful year. I mean,
they said
that's really no way to build a foundation. I would believe Ijiro would probably build his resume. You know what I mean?
but Caldwell,
More
well,
so than
Caldwell,
trying
Due
to
to
run after one successful year.
I'm not
well, we
saying
can
Do
he.
you
always
I'm
think
not
he would
saying he
be
gonna
the head
run.
coach for
I'm
the
just saying
Panthers?
I think the defense is gonna be that good, man. I'm just saying the defense gonna be
but
that good. I'm not saying he's
yeah, I
gonna do
got
but
that,
you.
but I definitely.
But
Yeah,
to
that's all I'm
Andrew's
saying.
point, that's the same reason why we didn't retain Steve Wilkes as the coach is because they were looking for that offensive coach. Hence on why Reich is
But
here,
yeah,
and
but
that's the way that the NFL is running.
then
Right, right.
you brought up Steve Wilkes, right? It's really
Yeah.
more about if you're a halfway decent coach, it's really about the pieces, bro. We got the pieces here. Do you not think Steve Wilkes was going to do an amazing job for the 49ers? It's hard. It's hard
I
not.
know. I know Steve Wright was gonna. I think he would have done well whether he was the coach here or not or wherever he went. But the
Oh yeah,
thing was, and what was said out of the mouth of David Tepper was that they were looking for an offensive minded coach because that's the way the NFL was trending. Was the offensive minded coaches were head coaches.
yeah.
So
No, I got.
I
I was.
but
I was
but I
responding to
like
homie. Okay.
I like it in that sense because if you think about it, Carolina has never actually had an offensive minded coach. So maybe this
Nope.
might open new doors for us that we have never seen before.
I don't know. We
Yeah,
had George
And
that's
Jam,
the
Seaver.
that's
reason.
well. Let
I
me
think
ask
that's the
y'all
only
something.
reason Steve Wilkes isn't here. Steve Wilkes isn't here because
Hmm.
he did a good job, but they wanted an offensive minded coach this year. They made
And
that
that damn
plain
Tampa
halfway
Bay
through the year
game.
last
Shit.
year. You know, they
Yep.
didn't.
That
Well,
Yeah,
well,
I
well.
Tampa
agree.
Let
Bay
me
game
ask
did
y'all.
me
Let
in.
me ask y'all something. And this go for the panel and the chat. When you're looking at this team, offense and defense, which aspect of the ball, in your account or in your opinion, is more underrated? Is it the offensive side or the defensive ball that you
The
believe is
defense,
more underrated?
I'm gonna say
the
defense
defense.
I'm gonna
because I
say
remember
defense
Defense.
talk.
too.
Defense.
I remember talking on here, and this is way before people really got to look inside the training camp and our defense. And there was people on the panel and inside the chat saying our defense is going to be because I was talking about going back to 2015, and it was Elaine. He was talking about how that defense was dominant and stuff like that, and I was like, I believe this defense is going to be that dominant. So it's got to be the
See,
defense because it wasn't until
that's
training
why.
camp until everybody started noticing that this defense really is not a joke.
We had, hey brother, to my defense, we added a lot of pieces since we had that conversation.
That's a fact. That's a fact,
A lot of
Elaine.
things, a lot of
Hey,
things
look.
have changed.
Hey,
Hey,
Two
real quick,
pieces.
shout out
that's why
everybody
I'm
in
gonna
the chat.
say
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
special
Talk your
teams.
shit. Huh?
Special
Yep.
teams. Special teams.
Special
Yep.
team.
No.
Well, no,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
because
say this.
2015
And
season, 2017
Oh
season, we
yeah.
had
Oh,
good special teams. That's what we need.
he's coach.
Yeah, we felt
Yeah,
like
yeah, he is fire. I
you
forgot
got
about that. They kept him from some reason. I forgot
well,
about
this
him.
this what I
I
say,
forgot.
and this what I say when it comes to the offense or defense, and which aspect is more underrated. I'll say the offense. I'm gonna say the offense. Defense to me, I don't believe is underrated. The defense is getting all the accolades it deserves. But when it comes to this offense, you hear shit like we don't have a true power back. You hear shit or talks about the
Right.
tight ends position. You definitely hear you got concerns about the O line. I ain't gonna even talk about the fucking talks around young Bryce. You know what I
You're
mean?
right.
Not to
You're right.
mention niggas is steady more saying we don't have a true number one wide receiver. I mean,
that's fair.
to me the biggest or the most underrated aspect of the ball is the offense when it
But
comes
the
to the
offense,
Carolina
but
Panthers.
the defense is gonna
I'll
carry the
switch
offense.
that.
Huh? The
What
I'll
defense is
switch
gonna carry the
my
offense. You don't understand that.
what
Yeah,
you said?
The defense is gonna carry the offense. Huh? We all understand that. The
yeah,
defense is significantly better than the offense.
yeah.
No, and
That's what
see,
he
and
said. Yeah,
there it
yeah.
is, right there, Elaine.
and I
What you
think
just said, well,
I
Elaine
honestly
just said, the defense is significantly better than the offense. And by my account, Elaine, that's not entirely true. That's why I say the offensive side of the ball is highly underrated.
I can
Even
tell you what.
Elaine underrated it.
I can tell you
see,
what
but
though. I can name. I can name
Eli,
off the top of my head. I can name about 5 elite players on the defense. You really can't do that on offense.
but
With all
Elaine,
due
I tell
respect.
you what,
Go ahead.
I can almost guarantee this year it's going to be a complete overall team. It's not. I don't think it's really going to be the defense is going to be so much better than the offense. I think they're going to play hand in hand with each other. But a lot of
And
people's
Jim, I
not
don't
seeing
mean
it
that,
like that.
but I don't mean that disrespectfully when I say that. I don't mean like the defense is gonna be shit and we're gonna depend on the defense because the offense is gonna be shit. It's just that when you look at this defense, there are several elite players on this defense, man. Like the
But
offense just
I
don't.
remember somebody telling me that basically what you saying is household names. But I remember somebody telling me that household names don't mean a thing.
No, we
So
have we have
elite.
known we have known production on this defense. We got Houston, we got Shaq, we got fucking Louvu, right? That's proven Pro Bowl caliber players, man. That's better than anything the offense really has right now. That's just a fact, right? Did I mention Houston? Then you got J.C. Horn, right? One of the best corners in the league. Where on offense do we have one of the best players in their position? You get what
You
I'm
got
Hold
saying?
on,
Niggas
DJ
hold
just
on,
say
Chark.
that.
fellas.
You
Hold
got
on, fellas. Hold on,
Stevens.
fellas. Hey, shout out Kyrie for that cash app. Say we are not underrated. We ain't proved shit. That fucked up, Kyrie.
Hey, let me say this though. To Elaine point though, on the
Yes.
defensive side, you know what I'm saying? We got guys that have played together with the Derek Browns, with the Jeremy Chins, with the Frankie Louvu's, with the Shaqs. You know what I'm saying? These guys know the
And
ins
guys
and
who are
outs.
best in their positions in the league, man.
Whereas the offense, early in the season, we're gonna be trying to figure this thing out, learning each other, learning, in games, learning
Nah,
in games, real
that's
game
where I got. See,
situations.
Yeah,
that's where I think.
yeah.
See, that's why I think Frank Reich is so smart. Everybody's saying, don't play these guys in preseason. Which, yeah, okay, maybe not. But Frank's thinking, well, if I go ahead and throw them out there, because from what I heard today was Frank's expecting them to play every game in this preseason, and he said he's already done talked to him before training camp about it. But I'm thinking he's thinking, well, if we go ahead and get that real game live action in preseason, he said he's not worried about the score, nothing like that. He's just wanting to see, like you said, these connections pick up. He's wanting to see people really start to solidify their role. So if you get that out of the way in preseason, you ain't got to worry about that come week one. Frank knows that week one and week two are really important games. So why not get that out the way in preseason? That way you're not trying to figure that out week one, which is
Well,
smart.
I think I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I think the real preseason is week 1 to probably 3 because that's where you see the most bad tackling and missed blocks. To be honest with you, because that's when they really get into it and
But what
hit.
I'm saying is you can't afford that this year because you got two very important games, week one and week two. You can't afford to
Facts.
figure it out week one and week two. You got to figure it out now.
Well, how do you
Yeah.
figure it out if you don't
Yeah.
go out there on the field on during preseason and then in
That's what
practice
I
they really
said.
don't ball hard like that.
That's why I said Frank is making them play preseason. He said every player will play in preseason. Every starter will
Yeah, I
play.
agree with that.
Every player will. He said that today, but it's smart because he know. Like I'm thinking, well, we can't do this week one, week two, because if we do, then we'll end up being 0-2 if we trying to figure it out. We need to get this figured out before the season starts.
I tell you what, Jam. I tell you what. I don't believe there's a lot of figuring out we need to do, bro. And
This is
shout
the
out
segment.
Jam for saying we need to get it figured out.
This is the segment I've
Figure
been
out.
waiting for.
Look,
Listen,
what
but
is
look,
it? What is it y'all believe we're not efficient at, or we need to get a little more progression at? Wait, what is it
We
y'all?
That
What is
that
it
all
y'all?
we got a lot to
I'm
The
figure out.
offensive
concerned
line,
about
We
basically.
offense.
that
got a lot of
that
new
All these new
does.
players that
people
haven't
on
been
offense.
together as a team yet. So we got to figure all that out in the pre. That's why Frank keeps talking about 1-0. He wants them concentrating on the next game, and that's it. And so we've got a brand new team here, so that we've got to figure it out.
and the guys, I was dropped for a second. We talking about whether Bryce should play in the preseason, right?
No, we're talking about the whole team playing preseason.
Oh yeah, for sure, man, for sure. Because at the end of the day, man, I know we keep talking this. We got it figured out on offense. Man, there's players that's 5, 10 years in this league getting defenses thrown at them that they haven't figured out yet. Your rookie needs to play, man. Your first team needs to play. This offense has a bunch of new components besides the offensive line. We got to figure it out. And anytime I hear somebody makes the argument against Bryce or the first team being out there, it's always about injuries, man. You know what I mean? If we're so worried about him playing a quarter or 2 quarters of football and getting injured, he stands no chance in the regular season. I keep saying that.
Nah, Elaine, it's not Bryce or worried about Bryce getting injured. No, that's not the case.
Okay.
When I say Bryce don't have to play or 1 or 2 series in a game is enough and that's a wrap. I'm not saying that due to injury. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of these teams are
Shit,
going
I
to pull
mean,
their
hell,
starters on
I mean,
defense anyway.
okay, shout out Elaine. You bet your sweet ass Aaron Rodgers won't play but maybe 1 or 2 series in the preseason.
Which
But
is
is that because the Jets are worried about him getting injured? or
No,
are they
no,
protecting their insurance policies?
no. That's a player that's seen it all, done it all. There's very little he could learn from playing. That's an MVP. That's a future Hall of Famer. There's nothing for him to learn. There's nothing he can get from preseason. But a rookie who hasn't actually seen any really real NFL defenses in the preseason, who hasn't seen any elaborate coverages that an NFL defensive coordinator could throw at him, yeah, he needs to play.
And everybody on the panel, I want to say this just because all this is new to us. Any other year, we could give a dadgum about preseason because they don't play the starters like that. But this year, this team is so deep. Even our second team can be pronounced as starters, half of them anyway. So this preseason for us is going to be like real football, in my eyes, because there's going to be real guys out there actually kind of get that spot because there's so many positions that's so close or a player away that's right on the brinks that could break out preseason and become a starter.
Wait, are you alluding? Are you alluding to us having position battles? Is that what you're saying? Because I don't think we really have any like that.
We really do. We got that right guard
Wide receiver.
on offensive. He might get benched and then they might put the other guy in. We still got to figure out who exactly they're going to put at the nose tackle. We
It looks
want to
like
see who
McCall.
that.
Looks like McCall. They gave it to McCall. He's gonna get it. But go ahead.
It looks like we need to figure out who's going to be that fifth or sixth wide receiver.
Oh, well,
That's another
when I
bunch.
say position battles, I'm talking about the starters. Okay, I'm talking about like the starters, right? Like maybe nose
Well,
tackle, but I said, well, go ahead.
well, like I said, right guard on offensive line because according to yesterday, the guy that was right guard, I forget his name, he got benched
Cade or
yesterday, and they
McCabe
put
or some shit
somebody.
like
Cade
that.
Mays.
Yeah,
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 Cade
yeah,
Mays.
he got benched, and they
Cade
put
Mays.
somebody else in. So
Yeah,
he
I heard he
might
was
not
struggling.
even be
That's a
the
fact.
starter.
That's
So,
a fact.
and then if you think about it, that fifth and sixth wide receiver is still classified as a starter. So,
Well. You know, with our boy getting hurt, he has a quad injury. What's his name? Bird. He's gonna be out for like 2 months, man. So
right.
basically, all the top six receivers we know of, including Chenault, are gonna pretty much make the roster with that injury.
Yeah, that's a fact.
If you put Sonata in there, then what's that say for Shy Smith?
Now, Shot
Somebody's
Smith
not
in
gonna
there.
make the cut.
Shot
Josh
Smith
Smith's gonna
in
make
there.
the roster just off that injury. Maybe there's gonna be a cut in the regular season, but basically, all those guys are gonna make the roster at this point.
So my question is simple, man. Do y'all believe we're underrated? You know what I mean?
We're
Nah,
definitely underrated.
we where we should be. The national media is giving
Yes.
us, and because of Frank Wright, the national media is giving us a lot of respect, huh? I've seen the national media name us as an underrated team or team to look out for.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like Frank Wright is giving us a lot of fucking respect, and maybe having the first overall pick does that too. But it's the fact that Frank Wright's here, man. That's the reason why they want to talk to Adam Thielen so much. You know how many interviews Adam Thielen's done nationally since he's been on the
Yeah.
Carolina Panthers, man.
Oh, I know.
Yep.
And Miles Sanders, black ass.
Yeah, Miles Sanders always saying something stupid, but that's here nor there. But you know, it's like the national media is looking at the Panthers. They're telling us not to sleep on the Panthers. You get what I'm saying? So I haven't heard that shit in years. You know, since 2017, 2016. You know what I mean?
Nah, that's a lie
No, I
because
agree. I
because
agree. I agree with you, Elaine.
at the
Elaine's
beginning of
100%
last
right.
year, I heard people say, "Oh, don't sleep on the Panthers. They could be a sneaky team. They
National
could
But
do
media.
here's,
this."
here's,
Now, what were you
I'm
saying,
going
Andrew?
right. I said I've heard the same thing you have, that we're getting a lot of praise from the national media, thinking that we could be a sleeper team to pull out.
Yeah.
But still, that don't mean that they're not counting us as or that we're not underrated. That could just be them
Oh
saying,
no, it
"Oh,
has to
well,
be.
out of
It has to
that."
be.
What I'm
We had
saying is
5 wins the last. We had 5 wins
that
2 years in a row, and we got 7 last year. Why wouldn't we be
well that
underrated?
Right.
Well, they're right, but that's just the media saying, "Oh, well, the NFC." Because I've heard this too. Oh, well, the NFC South is basically a toss up, or it's so weak that maybe the Panthers can win it, or it's this and that. And the only reason why they're trying to say that we can win it versus everybody else is because we have Bryce. They're looking at the quarterbacks.
I'll
So,
take
uh,
I'll take it. But that's them showing us respect. They rate us higher than anyone in our division.
But
You know
but
what I mean?
are
They're
they?
giving us the division. They're,
Are they really?
most pundits nationally are giving us the division. Most fans think we're going to have 10 plus wins this year. I mean, like I said, one fan said we're going to have 5, but that's here nor
But they
there.
doing
But
it with 1 foot in, 1 foot
Now,
out.
yeah, I'm talking about the underrated element though, Elaine. I keep seeing it, you know, and you do
well,
know the power rankings getting ready to come back out, and
well,
Yeah.
Pro Football Focus what they rank
let's
the
be
O
honest,
line, D line,
uh,
quarterback.
But
And
when we
watch,
get up
it
here,
won't.
we generally argue about how good or how bad a specific aspect of this team will be. You get what I'm saying? Even
Right,
yesterday,
right.
the wide receivers. Okay, the wide receivers. Yeah, I think the wide receivers are kind of man. You know what I mean? Maybe some surprises can come, man. But I still think this is a 10-win team. And we'll get into an hour arguing about that. We argue about like semantics sometimes, but overall, man, everybody thinks this is going to be a good team, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
it's
that
definitely
ticks
10
me
wins.
off. That ticks me off, Elaine, because the only reason why people are saying that our wide receivers are in is because we don't have that big household name
Yeah,
that
and
they can
I look,
classify
Jam,
as a
that's
one
not what
as
I
a
started my opening soliloquy talking about. How Adam
that's
Thielen
true.
told y'all the best offenses he been around or seen in his career never had number one wide receivers.
That's
But
right.
see,
That's right.
that's
What good
why I
did them
know
team?
that's
What
why I
good did
know niggas like Elaine still underrate this team because you
Now
just said no, Elaine, you just said the
let's
wide receivers on this team is like that's what you said. Ain't that what you
he made,
said?
right?
No,
It
that
is,
was
but let's
Leo.
not
That
check.
was
Let's
Leo.
not check that statement he just made. He said the best teams he's ever been on, the best teams he ever had Hall of Fame running backs on them, like Adrian
Well, no,
Peterson.
he said
That's your offense.
no, Elaine. Never mind what Adam Thielen said. You said that the wide receivers on this team are like,
Right? Yeah, they're
okay,
full. They're
now
full. They're
stop,
full of.
stop right there. That's why I asked the question: are the Carolina Panthers underrated? That's why I say the offensive side of the ball is the most underrated side because it's still fans, Elaine, regardless to who they are. They
Yeah.
still feel that the wide receivers on this team is like you just
Right.
said, eh.
As a group, I think maybe Chart could be a number one, but if not, we're full of a bunch of number two receivers. But we're deep. Out of all the receivers we had, between 4 or 5 deep, somebody's gonna figure it out. That's why I
Well,
think we
let me
can win
ask you
10
a
games.
question,
Why does
Elaine.
everybody put
Let me ask, hold on for
why does
y'all get
everybody
it. Let me ask him something. Elaine, how many teams in the NFL have a bona fide starting number one wide receiver? And when I say that, make no mistake, I mean a 10 catch guy. How many teams in the NFL have a 10
May,
catch
may,
guy?
maybe a third of them, man. Maybe 10, 11.
I think that's a little bit. I think that's a little bit much.
I may be being generous too. Yeah. So let's
Yeah,
say
you being
9.
real
Let's say
generous.
9. Let's say 9 teams have that guy.
Hell, I can't even name 9. Let's see if we can name
I was
9.
gonna say,
Let's see if we can name 9 guys. That's 10 catch guys.
You know what?
Oh no.
You know what makes a receiver a number one receiver? The
his
fucking
name.
quarterback. The fucking
So
quarterback. Okay.
Hold
let
on,
me
let me hear Andrew, Elaine. Go ahead, Andrew.
Look what Patrick Mahomes did do with Juju Smith-Schuster. Okay. Look what
A lot of empty calories.
I'm
A
telling
lot of
you, if
empty
you got a
calories.
quarterback who can get any one of these speedy receivers the ball, they're going to be your number one receiver. Okay, they're going
Yeah,
to
I
be.
but
got you.
but set
I
aside,
got
y'all
you
taking
one
my
better,
comment.
Andrew.
But brother, hold
Andrew, I
on one
got you
second.
one better.
Y'all
Look
taking my
what Ben
comment trying to.
Roethlisberger done to Santonio Holmes.
Yeah, but you guys are taking my comment and trying to put me in a box, right?
No, we're
Well,
just saying what you
no,
said.
When you look at
taking
these
your
guys,
word.
when you look at these guys, right? It's kind of mad because you have one receiver that could be a number one guy, but he can't stay. He stays hurt. You have one guy who's kind of old. Let's see what he could do. Let's see if he still has something left in the tank. Then you have TMJ, a complete unknown who could boom or bust. I don't know. He showed some signs last year. Then you got Mingo, who's a rookie. That's a complete unknown. You don't have a lot of proven guys who have produced in this league recently, and one guy who has is kind of old. That's why there's so many pieces that, amongst these 4 or 5 guys, 1 or 2 could figure it out and we could have a good season. That's what I feel like. But if you're rating the receiving core, they're kind of middle tier.
But Frank simply just told you he don't want a number one wide receiver. He said because on
I'm not
any
saying it's
given
bad,
day,
but I'm not saying I never said
that could be.
I never said that was a bad thing though. I never said that. We're not top heavy at receiver. It's not a bad thing, but I think this is the deepest receiving group we've ever had. And you can make it with a deep receiving group. You don't necessarily have to have
But Elaine, when you say our receiving core is ass, that means it's a bad thing. When you say it like
No,
that.
it's not a bad thing, man. I'm saying that with this receiving group, they can get it done. So we argue sometimes the semantics of how good a certain position group is. It's good enough. So if I'm saying, oh, this is a top 10 group, because this is what we do on this show. Somebody will say, oh, we got one of the best receiving groups in the league. I'll say, no, it's kind of middle tier, but it's good enough. There's a lot of questions, but amongst the 4 or 5 guys, we could figure it out. We could put something together. That's how I feel. It's kind of, it's not, you don't look at it and say, oh, this receiving group's going to dominate. No, between Bryce, between the run game, we got a receiving group that's good enough. But don't come to me saying we're a top 10 because I could never be along with that.
You're a man full of questions, and they all going to be answered this season.
I like that.
Yeah, Elaine, where you right at, Elaine, is when you say a motherfucker telling you he got a top 5 or top 10 group. Now that you can't say. But what I will say is this: when you say they like top or middle of the pack or not so good, I don't know, man. I can argue with you there, Elaine.
Well, middle of the pack. If I rated them, so they got rated 31st. I think they're somewhere in the low teens, NFL wise, and that's good enough. Between our defense, our run game, offensive line, that's good enough. But we get into the semantics on this show when we start talking about how good we are. You get what I'm saying?
No, don't get what you're saying. Why you call it a fucking semantic when we talk about how good we are? You know what I mean?
Well, because most people go out on the ledge and make outlandish claims, and they'll say, okay, we got a top 10 receiver group. This ain't a top 10 receiver group. Let's call it what it is. But you don't need a top 10 receiver group to win a Super Bowl.
Why the fuck would you say it ain't top 10 though, Elaine?
Because Mingo has not Mingo, but your boy Chart has not proven nothing recently. He can't prove that he stays on the field, but if he could be a number 1 receiver.
Elaine, how many? Let me ask you this, Elaine. How many top 10 receiver groups have top 10 quarterbacks?
Let me digest that question.
Bryce
How
Young
many
top 10 quarterback though?
Wait. How many top
10 receiver
groups have top 10 quarterbacks?
Top 10 quarterbacks. The point I'm trying to make is
I get where you're going, where the quarterback makes the receiver. I agree with you.
If Bryce Young is that guy, we could have a bona fide top 10 receiver, a tier 1 receiver by the end of the year and not even know it yet. That's the point I'm trying to make. The quarterback,
that's a fact.
It's a cooperative effort. You have to have good receivers. I'm not discounting their capabilities of a Tyreek Hill or someone like that, but Tyreek Hill had Patrick Mahomes thrown to him. Diggs has Josh Allen thrown to him. Eckler has Justin
I think you and I on the same page. I mean, me and you on the same page because the reality, when you look at this team on paper, there's a lot of unknowns at the receiver group. That's why I say they're middle tier. But when Bryce
there you go, Elaine. There you go. Shout out Elaine. Shout out Elaine's ass. Elaine talking about. Hold on, fellas. Elaine say if you look at this wide receiving group, there's a lot of unknowns. Elaine, no, it's fucking not. It's not a lot of unknowns, bro. Not to me though. I'm talking about. Look, Elaine, let me preface my comment by saying not to me. To me, there's not a lot of unknowns. You feel what I'm saying?
But if I ask you, what do you have in Mingo and what do you have in TMJ? You couldn't say anything definitive.
I know exactly what I got in Terrence Marshall, but fucking Jonathan Mingo, not yet. I know what I got in Adam Thielen. I know what DJ Chark can give us.
That's not the common ground. This team is good enough to make the playoffs. That's a common ground.
Facts.
They are is a that we you about, man.
Elaine, you breaking up bad today, brother.
My bad, man. Every time I'm in the middle of the country, man, or somewhere in the middle of the wilderness, man. Am I coming through?
Yeah, you
You
good now.
coming through, but you going out. I mean, hell. I mean, we listening to you. Go ahead, keep talking your shit.
Yeah. I don't see nothing. My bad. I don't see nothing but trees, man. So, but yeah, I think
It's all
we get
good.
into the semantics sometimes. But the semantics of sometimes, man, of like how good this position group is. It's good enough, man. It's good enough. No, we don't have an
Yeah,
elite receiver.
yeah.
And yes, Bryce Young could elevate these guys where I'm talking about DJ Chark as a top 20 receiver by the end of the season, right? Because that's what a
Yeah,
good quarterback
yeah,
does. He
yeah.
elevates this guy. But on paper, not knowing anything, I can see why they rated the Panthers 30 something or whatever the hell they rated us as far as
Yeah, it
receivers
was
because it's
terrible.
terrible.
31st out of
Yeah,
32
Elaine,
teams, Elaine.
Elaine,
Yeah,
It's
my bad.
fucking
Elaine,
Let me cut
terrible.
you,
Elaine,
bro. I'm going to listen to you, bro. Go ahead.
Elaine. I think I kind of get what you're saying, bro. You going off of
Yeah.
everything that all of our offensive players have done until this point today, and you come.
Correct.
All right, and is coming off of what he's seen in practice and kind of marrying it with what the
Potential.
history
Yeah.
of those players are, and that's what he's coming with. And I kind of see what y'all
That's why
both saying,
I don't
and I get
completely
it.
disagree with them. That's why I don't completely disagree with Unk. Unk potential. I'm just saying I gotta see it guy. You get what I'm saying? Unk is
Mm-hmm.
like I already see it based on practice, and I know what Bryce Young's gonna be, and I can't be mad at that. But yeah, that's why I can't argue this point too hard, man. But I think it's
Yeah.
good enough, man. I think we're a playoff team, man. No, we're not underrated. When we start talking position groups, that's when we start arguing. But overall, all of us understand this is a playoff team.
Yeah,
Right.
Elaine, hold on, Elaine.
But you
Elaine,
just said
say
we're
that
not
again.
underrated.
Cause I absolutely love what the fuck you just said down there. Elaine, say that
Yeah.
again for the motherfuckers in the
Bro,
backyard.
so I'm marrying what your boy just said, and I'm adding it to my own flair to it. Unk is a projection type of dude. He sees what he sees in practice. He has belief in the players, and he says based on his belief, he rates the teams and the positions a certain way. I'm the type of dude that just has to see it. But overall, you and I understand that this is a playoff team. You and I can argue about how good certain position groups are and which part of the offense or defense is going to make us a good team. But overall, we all understand that this is a good team. Nobody underrates this team except that one person that said we're
Right,
going to win
right.
5 games this year.
So to sum it up, what Elaine said, and he didn't say exactly what he said, but Elaine just told you that this team ain't fucking underrated. He said no, he don't believe it's underrated. Elaine, I like
No,
that. I like that shit right there.
nah.
You know what I mean?
Now,
Hey,
See,
if
see,
y'all
hey,
get in here, if y'all get in
we
here and y'all say Bryce Young's
0-2.
going to win the MVP, shit like
God
that,
damn it,
like y'all
Elaine.
do, now we arguing, right? but this is a good team, man.
You're right,
I
but right
still,
now
hey
we are
Elaine,
0-0.
Elaine, I
That's what I'm
still got
going
him
with.
throwing
Yeah.
30 plus though. I still got him throwing 30 plus. I don't give a damn
And
what
that's
you
a
talking about.
fucking
We
fact,
on a good
Corey.
run
Let's
today.
go, Unc.
That's a
Let's go,
fucking
Unc.
Good
fact,
today, man.
Corey.
Let's
He's
go,
not
Unc. Let's
throwing
start
30
it up
plus.
then.
I'm gonna
Hey,
say
Shit.
that
That
hey,
thirty
right
hey.
touchdowns.
Good
He's
call,
not
30
Corey.
throwing 30
plus
plus.
touchdowns. Let's
He's
go
not
then.
throwing
Damn it.
30
Let's
plus.
argue.
Sorry.
Oh,
I'm trying to.
Yes, he is. Yes,
oh.
he is. Let's go, damn it.
We
Oh,
can
we
go,
rolling
but
I'm
beans.
he's
trying not to be a
not
hater for one day
throwing
of the
30
week, bro.
plus.
I'm picking one day of the week to not be a hater. This
Yeah.
is gonna
Nah,
be a
let him
running
hate.
team, bro.
Let
That's
him
what y'all don't
hate,
realize,
Corey.
man. This what so. This is gonna be a running team, man. That's what y'all don't realize, man. They're not gonna let this dude air it out, man. We gonna run the ball, man.
Hey, Elaine,
But
but
then
when he
lies the
get in that
question.
red zone, trust and believe he's throwing that fucking football, bro.
Hey, Corey, tell his ass again so he can hear you again.
When he
Oh my
get in
god,
that
oh my
red zone,
god.
Elaine, he's throwing that football, bro.
I'm gonna say he's gonna have over
Let me
10
Absolutely.
interceptions.
because I'm about to say something. I'm about to say something that's about to interpret as hate. But in practice, most of his interceptions are coming in the red zone, Corey.
Yep,
It's
exactly.
hard to throw in the red zone in the NFL, sir.
Let's
He's gonna have over 10
Elaine.
Compressed.
interceptions.
Elaine, but if I'm listening to my coach
I
who's keeping it
await
100,
your
let me
rebuttal.
hold on, Elaine. Hold on, Elaine. If I'm listening to my
I'm
coach who's
awaiting your
keeping it
rebuttal. Go ahead.
100, right? If I'm listening to my coach who keeping it
Yeah.
100, he told Bryce, try that shit, bro. Figure out what you can and can't do in this red zone. So when the regular season roll around, you
Right.
can do what you do.
So my thing would be to hand it off in the red zone. So
Yeah,
I don't.
Hand it
That's
off.
the question.
I don't see
Listen, brother, we
letting
started in
touchdown.
practice. What up, T. Wells? I don't know if you've been here the whole time or not, but what up? So, they tried it in practice. He threw a lot of interceptions, and I'm sure they're not going to be trying that shit in the real game. This is going to be a running team. Until Bryce proves himself, that's when they're going to open this shit up, man. But best believe
Yeah,
we're
there
going to run
you
the ball
go.
all the
There you
time.
go
That's
with that
fine.
prove himself
Yeah,
shit.
Hey,
Well,
There you
hearing
go
right.
with that prove
I hear him,
himself
Unc.
shit again.
Okay, here's a better word. We're going to protect Bryce until he shows us he can throw the ball 30 plus times a game.
hey,
Shit, he can do that now.
everybody
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
we're gonna
Talk
get
to me, T. Wells.
Yeah, no, not to agree Elaine with that. Like Bryce would have to come in and prove to the coaching staff that he's able to sling the ball around. I mean, we're gonna come out being a balanced team starting out. I mean, everybody knows that. Everybody should know that.
Right.
Until halfway down the season, then it's all gas, no brakes. Should be. You feel me?
Yeah.
I mean, not just prove it, but he's still a
And I
rookie.
was going to leave it alone, but Corey wanted it.
Let me ask you this, Elaine. Let me ask you this one question.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this one question. When Cam Newton came out, right? Did you have him breaking Peyton Manning's passing record?
Cam
Did you
Newton
believe
is
that?
solidified runner.
Oh,
Was that
Bro.
Fade?
Yeah.
What's up,
Hey,
Fade?
rookie year.
What's up?
rookie year, did you have him breaking
Yeah.
Peyton Manning's passing yard? Did you have him doing that? Did you see that happen?
No, I did not.
Did you
He
predict
amazed
that?
everybody. No, of course not.
Well, Bryce about to amaze you then, brother. Bryce about to damn show amaze your
So,
ass,
hey,
brother.
Cam was
so Corey,
dual
can I ask you a
threat.
question, Corey?
Okay, ask me the question.
So
Breaking season was Greg. I'm gonna tell you what it is though. If we don't have a Greg Olsen, we don't have a Jeffrey Shocking, we don't have a Steve Smith. That team was
Yeah,
stacked.
that was what I was gonna say.
He had major weapons. He had Hall of Fame level weapons.
Let me ask y'all. Let me
That
rebuttal.
shit was
Let
different.
me rebuttal y'all with this. Let me rebuttal you with this then. Let me rebuttal you with this. Was Cam Newton the passer Bryce Young is coming out of college right now?
Cam Newton was a dual threat. He can
I would
pass
say
and
Was he
run.
That
the
ain't what the
passer?
hell he asked you,
That
Faye.
ain't what
But
I
I'm
asked.
saying,
Shout out Nick Short.
you got to listen now. He
I
was a
asked you,
dual
was
threat.
he the passer? Was he the
You just
passer
said,
that Bryce Young was coming out of college?
No.
oh,
Exactly.
you very deceptive with that question, Corey. You very deceptive, man.
How?
Listen,
How? That was a
I'd
simple
rather
fucking question.
if no,
But
because
there's
I see where
levels
he's
to that
going, right?
question.
So I would take a Cam Newton. I would take Cam. If you told me I can have Cam Newton with Steve Smith or Bryce Young with this receiving core for a game, I would take Cam Newton, Steve Smith.
Okay, Elaine.
That's
Hey,
crazy.
Elaine, let me ask you this. Elaine, let me ask
you
you
got
this.
up out of it.
Elaine, let me ask you this then. Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Is Bryce Young's weapons this year better than his weapons coming out of Alabama last year?
that's a hard description to go.
Oh,
Well,
it's an easy question.
That's
It's an
hard, brother.
easy question to answer.
It's
no,
not
And
that's
that's a
easy.
college
yes.
and
Hey,
pro.
Corey, I got you. Yeah, they are. Yeah,
What?
he has
What?
better weapons in Carolina than he did last year in Alabama.
Of course, those
That's
type of
college
questions
and
got
pro.
those,
Flag on the play.
those
Flag.
are
Flag.
Yeah.
those are
Today, bro. Corey
Elaine,
trying
I
to put
can't
niggas
hear
in
you.
boxes.
Yeah,
Elaine, I can't
Elaine,
even hear
your
you.
phone,
breakdown
your
time.
audio
Elaine, you
fucked up.
talking some
That,
bullshit.
no. I
Elaine, you
mean,
talking some
yo, that's
bullshit.
a
That's why
crazy.
I can't hear you, bro.
That's a crazy. Yeah.
no. I mean,
Yo, what up, fellas? What up,
that,
panel? What up,
God
panel?
damn it, Hollywood.
Hey,
what you,
I got one question
you
for you, real quick. You listening?
Yeah, talk
And
to
and
me.
this for anybody that can answer my question. Um, what
do we
channel
need
did Danny come on here in
recycle?
Charlotte?
What'd you say, bro?
What
I
channel
couldn't
did
hear
Danny
you.
come on in Charlotte
Oh,
What you
What,
say?
tomorrow?
for the preseason game? Yeah, it's not tomorrow. It's
Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah,
Saturday.
you know what I mean.
It's
That
Saturday,
nigga
probably
4
off
o'clock.
tomorrow.
I
That's
don't
what
know,
that
man.
is.
They'll
Yeah,
let you.
yeah.
It'll probably be
I
on
think it's on
NFL
EA.
Network though.
It's on
if you
I'm
in
talking
ESPN
about
Charlotte.
Plus.
local channel. Local
If you
channel.
in Charlotte,
I
if you in
think it's
Charlotte,
Oh,
Fox.
no.
I
if
think
you
it's
in
either Channel
Charlotte, it's
9
gonna be
or
on
Fox.
channel 3, 5, or 9, bro.
You said
Yeah,
if I'm in Charlotte, what is it?
3,
It's
5, or
2 o'clock.
9.
Bro, you
Appreciate it.
can
2
agree with
o'clock
that,
on
dog.
the West Coast,
yeah,
which is
it's
5
gonna be
o'clock
three,
there
five,
for
or
you guys.
nine.
Yeah.
Hey, Elaine,
Hey,
your
Corey.
phone is messing
Appreciate
up,
it.
man.
And to answer your question, in fact, the Panthers are indeed underrated.
Hey, Corey, I got a
Yes,
question for
sir.
you, man.
Talk that shit, Hollywood.
I'm
Hey,
just
Hit
Corey.
curious
me.
because you know they
Hit me.
basing
Hey,
it off
hey,
of last year. You know,
I,
Hold on.
but
despite the new coaching
Hey,
staff,
Hollywood.
yo,
They just did some funny style shit where they just compared a college wide receiver group to an NFL wide receiver group.
Thank
I can't
you.
let
Okay.
that
Thank
stand.
I
Elaine.
you.
don't know why niggas
Don't
Elaine,
let them
going
off
back.
the hook. Thank
Elaine.
as
you.
I've heard
Elaine.
all off season the college ranks is not the NFL ranks.
Okay.
I've heard that
Okay. Let me
all
ask
off
y'all.
season.
Okay.
So
So
if
let me
that's the
ask y'all
case, then
this.
stick with that.
Let me ask
Nah,
y'all. No. Let me
boy.
ask y'all this. Hold on. I'm about to answer the question. Let me ask y'all this then. So y'all telling me C.J. Stroud has better weapons with the Houston Texans than he had with Ohio State last year? That's what y'all
yes,
You
those
telling
are
me.
doing it again. You doing
No, I ain't doing shit.
it again.
I'm doing what y'all doing. No, I'm
dude.
reversing what
Oh
y'all
Corey,
my
saying, man.
God.
Corey,
That's all I'm doing,
Oh
man.
these
man.
are these
Oh,
these
Come
guys.
on
I'm gonna
now.
do
Come on,
Georgia Tech in
Elaine.
the
These
next
guys.
then, man.
Elaine. Come
These
on,
guys are
Elaine.
professional athletes, man. These
Yes,
guys
sir.
are professional athletes
But
playing,
at
man.
the end
Okay.
of the
All
day,
right,
Cannot.
let me ask
Corey,
y'all this.
North
let
Carolina
me ask
State in the
let me ask
distance.
let me ask you a question, Corey. So
Okay.
if CJ Stroud's current weapons were with him in college, they would be the best receiving group in college history right now. That's the reality. It's hard to. It's every player in the NFL is one of the best players to ever play at the college game, man. It's
Who did he
very
play
hard
against?
to.
Who did he play against?
What are you saying, CJ Stroud?
Versus who?
What?
Versus who he played in the NFL.
What
Who
are you
did he
talking
play
about?
against? With all these stats you saying on the offense, you saying it's just as good. Who did he
Yeah, see,
play against in
I get
college?
what Corey is.
That's better
I
than
get what
what?
Corey is. I get what you're trying to do, Corey, but it's a bad. I don't know. It's a bad argument, man, to say, oh, his receiving group is better in college than it is in the NFL and vice versa. It's hard to compare NFL players. I mean, his receiving group in the Texans is bad in NFL comparisons, man. But I mean, I don't know. I don't kind of get what you're trying to say or go with that, man. Am I still
What
coming
I'm
through?
Those defenses
Yeah,
were
you
not the
still coming
same.
Yeah,
through,
yeah.
Elaine.
all
Those
right, hold on.
defenses
Elaine,
were not
I
the
got
same.
I
Break
got
it
a
all the way
rebuttal for Elaine
Corey.
real
Just get
quick.
all the way down for us, man, because I'm lost, bro.
I got a rebuttal
They're
for Elaine
NFL
real.
caliber receivers, but they're NFL caliber receivers, but the defense they're going against and the players they're going against is totally different. So I can't equate them two to be the same.
Yeah,
It
give
just
Corey
don't compute.
But that is a
give
fact.
Corey
But I'm
some room
talking
to
about
think. Give
just
Corey
off
some
the.
room to think.
I'm just talking about the talent level that he's playing with now
I
compared to the
got you on
talent level
talent,
he
but
was
I
playing
got to
with
see it though.
Alabama.
Like I'm
Those
going
Well,
back
of
to what
guys
I
course,
did
asked
let's
you.
not.
say, let's
Let
say
me
I
ask you.
agree with you,
Let
Corey.
me ask you.
Corey,
Let
I
me
agree
ask you
with
a
you.
question. Let me ask you a question. Did he have
Hey,
any
well,
first round wide
hold up,
receivers
Corey.
coming
Hold
in?
on, Corey, Elaine. Y'all hold up 1 second. Shout out my guy Knock for that super chat. My guy Knock say this is a passing league with the first pick. Why take a quarterback they think can't pass the ball? They had to pick the little bitty the little Bryce will be fine. They had to pick of the little Bryce will be fine. Shout out Knock. I don't. Hey,
Of
look.
course.
It's not a
I don't
passing
know.
league
I
no
mean,
more.
I think Elaine said it best just a few minutes ago when he said this team is in fact not underrated. He said nobody's underrating this team, is what Elaine said, except
Yeah.
for a few fucking Panther fans, and that's only position wise. They're underrating positions. You know what I mean? But
We're
other than
not
that,
underrated. We're not overrated.
I don't see Bryce Young like Corey just asked y'all about the talent level versus what Bryce has now or the situation Bryce is in now. You know, Bryce to me fell into the best situation any rookie quarterback could have in a long time when it comes to the organization, coaches, staff, players already in place. I think Bryce fell into an opportune position. You know what I mean? So
I
I
never seen
still
this
think
in
we're
my life.
underrated in aspects.
Unc, you
I
know I'm
still
gonna
say
deny that,
the
right?
Carolina Panthers are in fact underrated because of how certain positions is
And,
spoken about.
I would love to hear what Corey was trying to go with that, man, because I
That's where I was going, Elaine. Basically, what Unc said. In a nutshell, what I'm trying to say is this, man, is that Bryce did everything that he could do, and we seen how many passing touchdowns. Unc? I can't remember right off the top of the dome. But whatever
30
he did
plus.
last year, 30
Oh.
plus passing touchdowns with no first round receiver. You get what I'm saying? With
Yeah.
no first round offensive lineman. You get what I'm saying? He was out there being everything for Alabama. He does not have to come in here and be everything for Carolina, which we all agree on. You know, he got a
Right.
defense to lean on. He
Right. Right.
also
Right.
got what I'm saying is a better group of wide receivers, a better, like I said, group of wide receivers to throw the ball to. So to me, once he get in that red zone, to get 30 plus passing touchdowns shouldn't be hard. You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying he gonna come out and throw for 450 yards, break Cam Newton passing record off the gate. But what I'm saying is, as the season goes forward, as he gets more comfortable, as him and these receivers get more comfortable, you're gonna see Bryce come out and you're gonna see the 30 plus passing touchdowns. Andrew even said it. Andrew, what'd you say? How many games did Baker Mayfield start his rookie
Hey,
season?
I'm about to get a jump
He
off,
only
man.
played 13
Hey,
games his rookie year.
okay. Shout out T
He had
Wells. You know I
27,
love you, my G.
27,
All right, man. Hold it down,
27
man.
touchdowns in
All right,
13
All right,
games.
T.
Yeah.
Wizard. And what
All
I'm
right.
saying
So
is if
That's the only
Bryce
reason
Young,
that's the only reason I think Bryce can do it, because I happen to believe that Bryce Young can throw more touchdowns than Baker Mayfield did as a
nah,
rookie.
that's very. But that. So that
No,
you.
no, I
So
See,
can believe that. I can believe
that's
that.
what got me
so
to join. That's what got me to
Damn
join
near a
live.
fact.
First
Well,
off,
Baker had 27 his rookie year. That's what I'm
crazy.
saying. And he only
right.
started 13 games that year.
He had a
all
he
right.
had
yeah,
a
So,
knee
same
injury,
as
and then
He was
Brown.
on
he
the
had Josh Gordon,
Browns.
and he had
so,
Josh
But
Gordon. He was clear
hey,
when Josh Gordon
He had
wasn't
one
getting
receiver.
suspended.
He had Jarvis Landry. He didn't get Odell Beckham till his sophomore year.
No, but
He
he
had
had Josh.
Donovan
He had
Peoples Jones, and he had Odell. He had Jarvis
Josh Gordon
Landry.
was Josh
nah,
Gordon.
Josh Gordon was
Basically
suspended that
adequate.
Josh
year.
Gordon played 4 games that year. What are we talking about?
Yeah, Josh Gordon was suspended that year, Elaine.
Damn right he
Was he
Because
was.
okay?
he lit our ass up. Cause
God damn,
Yeah,
Elaine.
So
yeah.
so it
Elaine, don't come with no more facts like the adding up 63%.
what's the fact?
Who are those touchdowns to though?
What? No, that's what I'm asking. I didn't even say the fact. I was asking. I said Josh
Yeah,
Gordon played
yeah, I
that year,
got
right?
you.
No, yeah, but he only played a few games because he got suspended.
But I'm asking you, who are those touchdowns to, Andrew?
What's
You
that?
count them numbers, ain't it?
Who was the touchdowns to?
He had David Njoku. He had Jarvis Landry. He spreaded the ball that year.
Who
All
was a
right, so
running back?
27, and
They're a bunch of
that was
nobody.
Nick
They're
Chubb.
not even in
Nick
the
Chubb.
league anymore. Brashard Perryman, I think
Nick Nick Chubb
Who
was the
was the
running back.
running back?
Nick Chubb. It was Chubb's first year,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
yeah, Nick Chubb,
Yes.
but he's been the
Yes.
running back since
All right,
Baker
all right.
been there.
So
Yeah,
so Baker Mayfield sucked and he threw 27, so Bryce can do it. So why hasn't many rookies threw 27 before?
they have.
well,
Justin
Not
Herbert
really.
threw
30,
33
30,
too.
Elaine, what you're
30,
failing to realize is that the
30 is the record.
reason you're saying they don't trust Bryce Young to air that bitch out, but that's exactly what they're doing in training camp. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Like,
It's training camp.
Facts.
oh
It's
man, who
training.
said that? Who
It's
said
training
that?
camp. That's when you're
That was
supposed.
that
That's
was
when you.
my guy Nick.
Wait.
yeah,
It's train. It's
excuse
Talk
my
that
absence,
shit.
Unc. Like, my shit's been falling apart for the past few weeks. I put my notice in, got fired, got evicted, and all kinds of shit.
Oh
But
man.
Oh
Damn,
no.
yeah.
Hey,
Nick.
Hey, bro.
yeah,
Hey,
wait.
bro. Hey, bro.
hey, I
Hey,
just
with
started
all
It's
making
gonna
more
be all
money
right.
for the
You
baby.
straight.
You know what I mean? Like,
with
keep
all
it
due
rolling.
You
respect, Nick.
straight.
With all
You
Yeah,
due
straight.
respect, Nick. Them
Hell
airing it
yeah.
out in training camp, and that's the reason they're gonna air it out in the real game is a horrible take, man. You're supposed to air it out in training camp. That's where you get your practice.
but
Right?
see that
Elaine,
you also
Elaine, what the fuck you talking about?
What are you talking
you
Now
also
about?
you
need to.
telling me
In a real
hold
game,
on, Elaine. So you telling me the Carolina Panthers spent the last 2.5 weeks installing deep passes just to get to the regular season, not to use them? Is that what the
no.
fuck you telling
What I'm
me?
telling you is that we're
Didn't
a
they
running
say they're
team
gonna
that's gonna
challenge him?
protect our quarterback early.
Huh?
And
Didn't they say
We're a
they're gonna
running
there,
challenge
team
and
him?
I
that's
keep
gonna.
saying there, and I keep saying there lies the question that you asked earlier. We keep saying we're gonna do all this and that with the passing, but my man got a groin injury. We down to Chuba. What we really gonna do
Facts. You
if this don't
goddamn
work?
right. Hey, talk that shit, BJ.
That's
BJ,
all.
hit him
Oh,
with it, bro. Hit
What's
him
up,
with it
Unc?
again, BJ.
we're not done. So
Big
and then
fish.
man, like
What if he
so
don't come
Andrew's
in
point.
week 3? What we doing?
Andrew's
Hey,
point, right?
Hey, this pessimistic attitude needs to stop. It's just ridiculous, Elaine. It's
It ain't.
ridiculous. Like,
So
you're
how am I
making all
pessimistic
you're
when
making
I
you're
just said
making
Thank you.
when I
Hey,
just
hey,
being
said
hey,
when
pessimistic
I said
might
we're
save
gonna
your
win 10.
life,
Thank
man.
you.
when I said we're gonna win 10 games, we're gonna make the playoffs, we're gonna win the division. What pessimistic attitude did I have? And when
The
you guys start
pessimistic
talking about
attitude
specific,
about Bryce Young. I mean, come on now,
right?
like
No quarterback, brother, has thrown more than 30 touchdowns in a season. So when you say it's almost the equivalent, and y'all telling me
What the
LeBron James is
fuck?
gonna
What
drop.
the hell you just say, Elaine?
No
Yeah.
rookie
No
quarterback has
quarterback is
thrown
what?
more than
I didn't
no
get that
rookie
one
quarter.
either.
Yeah, Elaine. Yes, it. Hey, oh, how many? So what's
The
the
rookie,
rookie? What's the rookie
the record is
touchdown
30.
record now, Elaine?
The record is 30, Unc. The record is 30, and
No,
that's
I
Who is
still
thought it
it?
was
without
Josh?
using my
31 to be exact.
Josh Allen? Was
It's
that
it's
him?
Nah,
31,
it's
I
Justin
believe,
Herbert.
Elaine.
Hey, your
What that
boy on
supposed to
TV
mean?
right now, man. If you want to
Who?
watch him,
I had a call
your
coming through,
boy on
Unc. My bad.
TV right now.
So,
Who?
CJ Stroud.
so,
Oh
He playing
shit!
right now.
Yeah, don't
yeah,
worry
yeah.
about it. Matter of
My bad.
fact, yeah, we get hey, shout out Corey. We get ready to wrap this up. Don't even
My
worry
bad.
about it.
hey,
My bad.
here's my Elaine. Here's my thing, Elaine. People are having, and I get it. You know, we don't want to have the first overall pick that we put everything into, be a bust or whatever. But Bryce, especially this last year, showed y'all. He showed something that no matter how you feel about CJ Stroud, he showed something that CJ Stroud has not yet, and that's playing without talent or putting the team on his back.
Hey,
CJ
bro,
Stroud
Hey,
I need y'all to
do
listen.
that.
I need y'all to listen. I need y'all to listen because
Thank
this
you,
is the
He
shit
Fish.
said
y'all.
Bryce
This
Young
is
is
the
going to
shit
be
Fish.
y'all.
bad.
This is the shit y'all are doing, right? You guys
Fish.
do this
Good
thing.
shit.
You guys do this fucking thing where it's like, if I don't agree that he's gonna break the rookie passing record, I'm fucking hating,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
Like, what the
Nah,
fuck is?
nah.
No, I don't think that.
It's a record that stood for over 80 fucking years. You get what I'm
Hey,
saying?
E-
So why would
Elaine.
I? Yeah.
No,
Elaine.
Elaine.
Real
No, I haven't
quick,
said that. I
real
wouldn't
quick.
say that.
No,
I
Andrew,
ain't saying
you're
nothing.
Hey,
very
you guys
cynical. I
Elaine,
know. I
vibing on
got you.
Elaine
Elaine,
saying he's going to get
Yeah,
Elaine.
yeah, I'm
overpaid
listening,
for
bro.
what?
We're not saying that. First and foremost, I don't think you a hater on Bryce. I think you looking at it from a realistic lens, a lens of, hey, look, man, I don't believe this man. We've never seen this done. How can this man do this? But what I'm trying to get you to come over on this side and say, hold on, Elaine, this dude is different. You get what I'm saying? If he was not different, he wouldn't have been the number one pick. Guess who would have been the number one pick?
But
CJ Stroud, the
The
Anthony
fact,
CJ
Richardson
the
would have
Stroud,
been
fact,
the
the
before
number
you
fact
one
can't
that
have
he,
this
pick.
the
conversation,
fact that he
So
is
it's gonna
as
be week. It's gonna be about week 5 before you can even have this conversation with me, bro. I'm gonna be honest.
the fact that Bryce Young
For
is
real.
as he has the size that he's small and stuff like that. Everybody brings up the fact that he's even in the conversation, even in the NFL, should mean something.
that's what we
The fact that
saying,
he
Elaine.
succeeded in the SEC with no talent his senior year or junior year should mean something.
I mean,
That all those
There ain't
things
no
should mean
W's in the
something.
win column.
do you think he gets
There ain't
two
no W's in the
touchdowns a
win
game?
column yet.
Do you think
There
he
ain't no
gets two
W's in the win
touchdowns a
column yet.
game?
I would have loved to see if people would have had this same attitude if we would draft the CJ Stroud because I bet they wouldn't have. They wouldn't be.
Do y'all think
We can
Bryce
only
Young
do
gets
see,
two
that.
I ain't
touchdowns a
gonna
game?
even go there, big fish. I ain't gonna even entertain that.
And I know how
It's
you feel
because
about that CJ Stroud. Right.
All I'm saying is
people never want to give the little guy the chance or the benefit of the doubt. The man
Well,
has succeeded, and he's been the
hey,
smallest
big
his whole
fish,
life.
listen, check me out.
Big
Now,
Fish is
like I've
going
been saying this.
with
First
his
off,
life.
shout out to Vibing with the Johnsons for lighting that screen up with their super chat. Say, oh, what outfits y'all running? Don't worry about it, goddammit. You wait till week 2 when we run y'all the fuck out of Charlotte. Shout out Vibing
He
with the Johnsons.
trolling.
Now,
He trolling.
see, man, when we get to that, the conversation about Bryce and this, that, and the third, like I say, if it's gonna be anybody with the energy towards Bryce Young, it should be me because I know I was out in front of the goddamn CJ Stroud train. I was driving the
Yes, you were.
motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Yes, you
Yeah,
were.
So when it didn't happen, me personally, I had to digest that shit. It wasn't easy. Y'all think that shit was easy for me? But either way, now after we made the pick, Bryce Young is our pick. I knew who Bryce was beforehand, but now knowing who he really is now, I have no worries, man. And I think Elaine said it best when he said this team is not underrated. I think certain small pockets of Panther fans are the ones underrating certain positions. Fellas, I'm only saying that to say this. We get ready to get the fuck out of here. I say, this is the end of this one tonight, fellas. I got some shit to do real quick, but
All
I
right,
do
Unc.
love
Hey,
y'all
Unc, I
for
got a fight
pulling
this
up.
weekend, Unc. I got my third fight this weekend.
Did you lose the last one?
No, I won. I won the last one.
Okay. Shout out Big Fish for getting that dub. Yeah, me.
Marble.
Shout out my
He
guy
said he was
BJ.
1-1.
Shout out my guy Andrew.
Me too.
Shout out
Yeah.
T Wells. Knock. Shout out my nigga Elaine for pulling up. Elaine, they always on your ass, brother. They always on your ass, Elaine. Shout out all my mods and members in the chat. Y'all know I love y'all, man. Shout out to everybody that donate via Cash App, Super Chat, and Super Sticker. Hey, look, we be right back tomorrow. And in the comment section, step on the like button before you go out, but leave a comment to this live. Are the Carolina Panthers and Bryce Young under fucking rated? Leave a comment in the comment section. Shout out to everybody that pulled up, baby. We gone.